Alright, I am so excited and so ready for this gameplay. Let's get into it. Wow, I'm so excited. Hello, it is I, Shino the Penguin. Welcome to Umamusume, English version. Welcome to TRACKBLAZER. Yep, we're in this. Look, I'm not gonna lie, TRACKBLAZER isn't that bad. Like, I know people in the JP side, myself included, were talking about, oh, this is gonna suck, you know, oh, it's the worst thing ever. It's not the worst thing ever, but man, playing through it again, playing through the scenario again, and just trying to remember how to do it, and remembering, oh yeah, this is gonna take at least 40-45 minutes per run. It's so annoying. I think that's the best way to put it. So we'll go through all that. I can't deny that it is better. I still haven't gotten an S just because I haven't really tried that hard into it, but hopefully we can do that today. But I am not low-key kind of looking for, well, we'll see, but I have characters, I got new ones, we'll train those. Unfortunately, we're not going to get their story because TRACKBLAZER doesn't have their story, but we'll see how they suffer through the fun and joy of racing 30 races in their career. Hey, nice Mayo, nice seeing you. Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, welcome to TRACKBLAZER. I guess we're gonna go through all that. So I don't have anything else to say. We'll just dive right into it. All right. I will say the nice thing though, I guess this is more the fact that the event bonus thing, is that it's so easy to get event points, which is the way it should be, because in JP it's so easy to get event points. But yeah, I think the fact that there's like, what, 12 characters that have like the event bonus or whatever makes it a hell of a lot easier to get them. So I've only done, what, three or four runs? Hold on, I can check. No, not you. I've done like 3 or 4 runs? 3 runs. And I've already gotten, like, what, 40% of the way through, so that's good, I guess. But yeah, I mean, in terms of what I've got, I mean, I've really just been kind of grinding out Machitan runs, just because I really want to get a good one for her. And she's one of my favorite characters, so, you know, why not? This is the closest I've come. This is actually probably one of the best ones I've done. Again, I still have not really fine-tuned run / figured everything out, like re-remembered, I guess, everything out. So that's going to be a little bit of an adjustment as I try to remember how to play this scenario. It's bringing back memories, some good, some not so good, but memories nevertheless. After almost 3 weeks, I have my Nice Nature US5 finally. Nice! Yeah, actually on the JP side, I haven't actually really done a lot of runs in the new scenario on the JP side. I don't know, I've just been kind of busy with real life stuff, and then this version of the game having TRACKBLAZER coming out, which isn't an excuse, because like I said, I've only done 3 runs, so it's not like this is keeping me from doing that. But I haven't really been kind of up to speed on the JP side in terms of kind of doing runs on there. So I still haven't gotten my US yet. I have gotten very close. I've gotten like UA9. I was like just a few steps away from getting to that US threshold. So I'm sure it's going to happen at some point, but I'm not in a huge rush, especially since the CM is still going to be, oh wait, it's actually next week maybe. Oh shoot, okay, maybe I need to start preparing for that. Nah, I think we'll be fine. We'll just, we will just go with this. I'll continue my Machitan runs because why the hell not? And we'll just do that. You can see that my deck is very much not optimized for the for this current scenario, given that I don't have any, I haven't like fine-tuned it for like race bonuses or whatever, which if I really wanted to, I guess I could. In fact, actually, you know what? Let's do that. Let me go into Game Tour real quick just to see what the best kind of cards with the race bonuses are. I gotta switch over to the global side, and then go to supports there, and go to race bonus, descending. Okay, great, helpful, very helpful. Okay. That special Wii card actually has a pretty good amount of a race bonus. That Ayave card is actually pretty good too. The nice nature card, Nishino Flower. I don't think I have all the copies of that. And frankly, I'm just trying to build like I'm trying to build a long Machitan, because Machitan is more of a long build anyway. So I don't know if there's really any. I mean, Manhattan Cafe, Chiono, I guess, but like I don't have that. I think we want to go with the card I don't have, which is this good old NTR. Probably a good option there, but yeah, because NTR has the 10 race bonus. And then Fuku Kitaru has the 10 race bonus as well, but I don't have any copies of her. I guess Rico does, but do I really want to bring Rico? Nah, I don't think so. S Plus is my highest on TRACKBLAZER. It's pretty nice, yeah. I mean, I've seen people get like up to UG even before TRACKBLAZER came out with the Unity Cup. So I'm sure there's definitely going to be people that can reach that threshold. The question then comes to like, is that even going to be like feasible for like competition, like kind of CM stuff? And that's when it gets to like, probably not. But I still feel like you probably get like an S Plus that could be pretty competitive for any type of CM. Because then when you get to the higher ranks, you're just kind of sacrificing. You really just want to try and get as many skills as possible at that point to inflate the kind of rating. So it doesn't actually help in terms of competition stuff or competitive PvPs. But I guess in that case, hold on. Sweepy. Well, that's a different Sweepy. What about the SR cards? Well, give me something to work with here. Do I have all the copies of Shinko Windy? I don't think so. That is a good question. The answer to that question is I do not. Good. I love that for me. You know, don't I have a crystal for that? Crystal, not you. I do have a crystal. I have 2 crystals. Yeah, why not? I don't really. I could wait and be patient and like wait until I can get a copy of her, but also screw it. Let's just do that. Because yeah, race bonus 10%. We take those. So I might as well use her for that. Sweepy has a 5%. I mean, that's not the worst. At the end of the day, I think we want to try and maximize it. I've seen people say like 50% as like a good baseline for race bonus. Which means I don't have to really max everything out. You don't want to sacrifice the good cards for just maxing out the race bonus, because that's not really what it is at the end of the day. Kita doesn't have a great race bonus. Does she even have any race bonus is the question. The answer is 5%. Alright, well that's fine. And then NTR, so that's 25%. I don't think either of those stamina cards have any sort of good race bonus, but I can check that. 5 and 5. So that one's up to 35%. Okay. I guess, could I? No, I don't want to borrow Creek. I'm good with that. Is there anybody else? Cafe. Do I even have Cafe maxed out? I don't think so. I do not even. I'm not even close to that. Yeah, I haven't been really pulling on the support cards. I've been more pulling on the, similar to my JP style. I've been more pulling on the actual trainees than the support cards, which is probably not a good thing. Which is probably why you can see my support card lineup, for, at least for the stamina portion, is very barren. It be barren. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna say screw it. Okay. For wits though, wits. I mean, I guess, you know, why am I bringing this one? I might as well bring Marvelous Sunday. Yeah, I might as well bring Marechin into this. Where is she? I think I passed her at some point. There she is. Okay, that's fine by me. We'll do that. Okay, that should be fine. By the way, is Mant buffed on JP like Aoharu and Ura? I don't think so. No. I think they only did the buffs for Unity Cup and the Euro Finals just because they wanted people to actually play that. But I think they didn't do that for the other the other early scenarios. I don't remember them doing that. They didn't want people to come back to this scenario again. It's like, oh, people suffered through it enough. We don't want them to come back again. Which is absolutely fair because, yes, I agree. Okay. But what we're gonna do now... And actually, well, actually, no, we can't do that yet. I was gonna be like, I should put my race plan first, but it's locked. So I can't do that just yet until I get my debut in. Trying to get as many of the rainbow trainings as possible, as per usual. But it'll get more interesting once we get to the item shops and all the shenanigans with that. That's the thing with this scenario too, is it's not just the races that cause this to take so long, it's also the fact that you have to go through the item shop, you have to do all the kind of shopping there, all the organization, really just adds up. Really eats into your time. And man, this soundtrack, while kind of nostalgic, also brings back memories of this scenario. And I don't know if I really like that. Also, it is getting darker. We just alright, there we go. I will say I kind of forgot about the slice of lifey moments in this scenario, so I do appreciate that they're here. Kind of give it, although they do kind of also inflate the scenario time a lot as well. But it is kind of nice just to have a little bit of a kind of slice of lifey moments as somebody who really appreciates that in this franchise, and there's not really as much of it. Really only in the anime, and like there's that spin-off cooking manga that has that, but otherwise it's really doesn't really have that much of it, which is fair. I mean, you kind of focus on the races, not so much the world building stuff, but I love these little events, you know. It really just adds a little bit to the world. And hey Gabe, what's up? Love all the little, yeah, exactly, love all the little event types. It's or little events. Nice little change of pace. VN type shit. Hey, you know, I started my, I guess, not, this makes me sound like career, but like I started with reading VNs and then kind of branched out into like anime and manga stuff, so it's kind of in my blood in terms of, or like my history. Because I didn't really get into like watching anime or reading manga until I started reading visual novels. Like the first visual novel I read was probably Katao Shoujo, which is funny because that's not even in English. That's not even Japanese VN. That's that VN that was made by 4chan. Funny enough, but it was still a really good one. Yeah, I gotta go back and read that someday. That one is a lot of good memories from that one. A lot of funny moments and quite a few IRL horse references. Yeah, it's nice world building, you know. Even though Umamusume as a franchise is not the best franchise for like any sort of kind of like world building or lore, because they just kind of brush away a lot of that in terms of stuff like, why is Rudolph and like Marzensky still in this school even though they've been racing for like however long? It's like, let's not think about that. It's yeah, some of that is just like, we don't need to think about that. It's just like, whatever. Alright, I gotta remember to set my schedule, which I now have, which luckily they finally have this available, so load that list. I'm not gonna do all those races, but just kind of as a general baseline, just so that's ready to go. Wow, this is this is useless. Okay, that's fine. We'll take those. But yeah, I mean, if you look at guides, and generally the guides that I've seen have been pretty standard, not standard, but like checks out in terms of my experience with playing this back in the JP days. But yeah, there's certain items that you avoid, certain items that you must take, sort of thing, stuff like that. So like these kind of speed manuals and the scrolls are pretty nice to take. Like the notepads are kind of whatever. Cleat hammers, you kind of wait for the gold ones, and that's really at the end when we get to the kind of post the climax races there. These megaphones, you wait until you get to the max ones. preferably, but if the RNG doesn't work out, you get like the second level ones, and then we kind of, you know, so on. I'm just gonna let's go with that. By the way, have you seen Wonder Q joining a festival? Are we talking IRL horse, or are we talking the Uma? Because either way, I don't think maybe depends. I don't know. Maybe I've heard of this. It's not really ringing any brains. IRL. IRL. The only things I've seen about the IRL Wonder Cute are the stuff with him painting, and like the birthday thing or whatever. But I don't think I saw something about the festival thing. So maybe not. I feel like the biggest mistake I made was forcing a race schedule. Now I just play each turn by ear. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, yes, you want to do probably not all of the G1 races, but like a good number of those just to get like the bonuses and all that from that. But if you have like a better training, like if you have like better rainbow trainings or like other stuff like that, you probably want to go for those instead. Just because at the end of the day, that's kind of what you're trying to do. You're trying to build up the good Umas. This is terrible though, but I guess I can race, sure, why not? Let's do that. Let's get some points in. Samurai Festival, I'm going soon. Ooh, really? Nice. He's going to the festival. Get to meet him IRL. Oh shoot, these early mile races are always a pain in my butt, especially since I only have her up to B mile rating, so... Okay, well, this may have been a bad idea. This may have been a terrible idea. I'm not going to use all my alarm clocks, because I made this mistake before. Okay, that's good enough. We'll just take that. We'll take the owl. We'll take the owl. We'll come back later. Gonna get to see Grainy IRL? Yeah, exactly. You get to see the master painter in person. That's gonna be fun. You get to say hi to her for me. For him. I guess technically him, but you know what I mean. Wait, why did I do that? Okay, hopefully I win this one. Nope. I'll do... How many clocks? 3. Okay. Please? That's slightly better? We'll take that. You know what? That's fine. Okay, now I should probably check the shop again. Oh, look, power manuals. Perfect. I love those. Another nice thing that I've noticed is that they, from day one at least, they've had this, they have this where you can select like multiple items at once. I remember when this came out during the first few days, like the initial days in the JP server, you could only select one at a time. You can imagine how annoying that would be, having to do like one by one. It was, yeah, so I'm glad they at least implemented that quality of life change from day one on the Japanese, or the English side, because that would have been annoying. Alright, NTR, give me your energy. I think it's this one. It's funny because it's like, yeah, it's not top road is the speed card that everyone's bringing now, and it's just like, it's funny because like after this scenario she pretty much is never used ever again, so it's funny that I remember her. It's like, oh yeah, I remember when she was actually used, and now she's not even thought about in the JP side. What? Oh, scheduled race. It's another mile race though. I don't like the mile. If it was a medium race maybe, but we ain't doing that. What about the auto scroll use toggle? Was that later? Auto scroll use toggle. I think I don't remember seeing that on this side, so. Oh wait, for what we have right now in the EN? Trying to remember. Yeah, that was also a later thing. Yeah, that wasn't day 1 JP thing either, so it is nice that they have also what, I'm not even reading this, hold on. Yes neighbor, I am home. Why are you stomping all around? Soy sauce. Ah, of course, ramen. Ooh, she be swearing. I do like the kind of the little relationship here between the kind of the princessy character and then Shakur. Immediately sings it. Yeah, the auto scroll thing, I don't think they had that from day one. Which that also is nice because that does save a little bit of time as well, so. Oh, come on, Machi-tan, please win the race. I don't want to use up all my clocks this early. I'll just take another L, that's fine, she'll win eventually. Okay, hold on, I don't think I even checked the... I did check it, okay. Wow, this is so great. I love the shop RNG. Okay, we'll just do that. I love getting notebooks. Those are my favorite things. Still can't believe they added a 4.5 anniversary quality of life. You say that, but they did add the, they added something that came in 4th anniversary pretty early on in this game. The looking at the options. Because we didn't get that in the JP side until, like, 4 years down the line. Which is kind of crazy in retrospect, because it was, like, before that, it's, like, 4 years of having to suffer through, oh god, what was this choice again? And having to, like, and having to remember which one was which option. And it's so nice now not having to remember all that. And I'm so... I think the EN side should be thankful that y'all get that so early. Anyway, what's happening? Oh, okay, of course the Takebono. They added that, but not the energy bar numbers, and that came at the same time. Yeah, it's kind of interesting which ones they chose, like, pick and choose. I know everybody's like, oh, why don't you just add the auto run feature? And I understand why they don't do that. It's because it's only available for the Ura finals, and then like some of the newer scenarios, like Mecha onward. So it's not they don't have an... Even the JP side doesn't have an auto run feature for like Unity Cup or TRACKBLAZER or any of these scenarios. So I don't know if they're ever gonna add that, unless they somehow add that in JP first. I don't know, but I don't think that's gonna come soon. Maybe they might implement it just for the Euro finals if they really wanted to. But I don't really think... People will probably complain about that, be like, oh, why is it only available for this scenario? And it's just, I don't think they see the benefit of doing that. The only quality of life feature I really want is the daily book, but I expect that to not come for a while. Daily book. I don't know if you're talking about the daily races, or that's coming later, but like probably the daily shop that stacks or whatever, because that is also kind of annoying in the English side, that it doesn't like stack or whatever. So, and the fact that it expires after 10 minutes or whatever, that is a little bit annoying. But I'm trying to remember, there's definitely other... Oh wait, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, no, the book where you can get all the daily things done in one click or whatever. Yeah, that's gonna take a while, because that got put a few months back. But yeah, that's not gonna come anytime soon. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the the daily book at the home screen where you can do all your daily races, team trials and stuff. That is really convenient though, because like you can do all your team trials races like that like really quickly. So it is really convenient, you know, not having to like, you know, go through the whole like one by one races. Even the skipping all the races at once, even with that, it still takes a little bit because you have to do it one by one anyway. Alright, please win this one. This is a medium race. Okay, there we go. Nice. The perfect Doom I did. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah, that's... Oh, wow, that's a lot of width, though. But yeah, no, that's pretty good. Yeah. I mean, I feel like when it comes down to it, the minutiae between like getting like a US and like a U high A really depends on just the skills. Because I've gotten Umas that are pretty similar rating to that. I guess not so much wit, but like it's close-ish. So I mean, I guess that does make a difference. Like 100, 200. Well, yeah, I guess that does make a difference. At the end of the day, you just gotta max out all your stats. Not all of them, but like a good number of them. Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna use one more alarm clock here and see if we can't eke out a win here. There we go. By the way, I love her G1 winning animation. It's one of my favorites. The one where she does the dance. Yeah, just tired of doing all my team trials races one by one. As am I. It really gets, especially if I'm not having to do it for like events and stuff. I just don't, because then I'm like, I don't want to have to click through all the screens and stuff. Very lazy. Oh shoot. Before we do that, let me check the store real quick. Okay, thank goodness. I did, because... Bye. Use. Done. Okay, yes, I know. Ah, yes, the trademark of TRACKBLAZER. The warning, and then the Umas either being angry or sad at you for racing them so much. No, come on, this is a medium race. Alright, I will risk it. Sure, why not? It wasn't even worth it. I love that for me. Also, they added alarm clocks, but they didn't add the feature where you can buy skills after using a clock. Yeah, that one... I don't really use that one that often, though, to be honest. But, I mean, if you're parent building, I feel like, yeah, definitely that one's very useful. But that also is probably going to take a little bit to get added. I don't know. It is kind of interesting which ones they're choosing to add and which ones they're not. There is some reason for them including stuff and not, or like excluding stuff, I guess. But I don't know why they don't, like, for instance, like just add the number of the health bar, because that'd be kind of nice to have. It'd be nice to have. It's not like amazing. It'll be not like, oh, it's required or anything, but it should be kind of nice to have it. But we'll see what they end up doing in the future. Getting close to getting a full US team, but dude, RNG just stops me every time. Welcome to this game. RNG is, we are beholden to RNGesus and his powers. Sacrifice your I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Sacrifice every day to get the maximum RNG needed. I really think I need to get Windy up to speed here, so I'm just gonna do this one. Valentine's. Classic. Let's see if there's any better trainings. Also this line. The funny thing is, I remember before I got before Machitan came out in the Japanese side, like I wasn't really a huge fan of her. I was like, yeah, she's alright, she seems quirky, but you know, it's whatever. And then after I did a scenario run with her, I just immediately fell in love with her because I was like, oh, she's so cute. She's such a goober, but like in a good way. It's like also kind of ties into the whole like me liking the characters that are kind of underdogs. She is very kind of like, she sees herself as very average, but she has extraordinary qualities to her. It's just kind of very, very cute. I very much love her. Guts. I think Guts was the one that was not really. We'll do that one. I'm excited for next Pocket Live because I want to see how the new potential level 6 and 7 is going to improve older Umas. Level 6 and 7. Oh right, that is going to be a thing. Oh man, that's going to be interesting, especially since I've unlocked all the characters to level 5 at this point. I mean, I have. Hopefully, I think I should have enough. Oh god, I probably won't though. To have all the, I won't have all the items to unlock all of their level 6s and 7s. We'll see. I don't know. That's gonna be interesting. I'm also just kind of curious if they're gonna release more details about the 7th live. I kind of doubt it because I think they said that they were gonna do a special stream for that, but we'll see. Please don't eat right before class. I want Anime Teo and McQueen to be relevant again. Yeah, we'll see how they balance it, because I will find it because depending on what skills they give, I think it's gonna definitely change the balance of a lot of characters. Or maybe not, because they've done that a little bit before with the evolve skills. The evolve skills kind of helped with Anime Teo kind of being a bit relevant, but still made it so that it didn't change that much. Well, it changed a little bit, but it kind of shifted it a little bit, but not drastically made anything different. Praying for March to release after Love's Only You banners. That's the first one to have the question. Yeah, no, I am. We'll see. I'm interested to see what character is going to come out after this banner. I know I'm definitely going to be able to try and pull for those, because I want to try and get all the new characters, because I have all the new characters at this point. I'm in too deep, you know. So it's like I gotta get every new character, even if it's a character I don't really like. I gotta have her in my roster. You know, let me just quickly go through this and actually read through this real quick. The good old golden generation. Oh god, math. My fave. I love math, and I say that unironically because I actually do really love math. I do find it funny that it's the whole thing of, like, they're technically also in school, right? So they have to do these classes and stuff, which I think is funny because it's like, well, I mean, I feel like they're more focused on, like, you know, like, should be more focused on the races, and we got another story. Jeez, okay. Let me catch up on chat real quick. Spez the first one to have that course. Of course she is. Of course she would. So I don't remember the full details, but it's a thing where they're just incrementally adding it, similar to how they did with the casual clothes poly. I mean, I haven't read too much into details, but I'm assuming they're not going to just add level 6 and level 7 for everybody, because that's just going to be chaos. But I don't know, we'll see. They said they'll announce 7th event info in the March Pocket Live. Yeah, that's why I remember them saying they were going to have like a special one for that, or they're going to do that at a later date, so I don't think it's not going to be the next one, but hopefully we'll get information very soon. In the March Pocket. I mean, we are in March, so that's going to be coming out this month. Hello, random anthropomorph. Dude, my reading skills are amazing. Anime Penguin, how goes the training of the horse girls? Good. Thank you for. I see that you bought a new thesaurus today. Very good, very good. But yeah, we're suffering through Mant, or I guess TRACKBLAZER. As somebody who's played through this in the Japanese version, I'm really looking forward to having to go through all this again. And we're just remembering old memories. Ain't no buff gonna make Anime Tale better than Chronogenesis and New Almond Eye. That's what I'm saying, right? It's like I highly doubt they're gonna add skills that are suddenly gonna make those characters better than them. Like I'm sure it's probably gonna change a little bit in like the mid tiers, but like I don't think it's gonna make that drastic of a difference. Oh wait, what? I think I read this. Wait. I read this already. Yeah, wait, I read through this already. Why is it saying that I haven't read it? Yeah, I read. What? That's weird. Okay. Interesting. I was gonna say, it usually skips the stories that I actually read through. That time it didn't. We'll just do that one. I already have a full MLB deck with the most broken cards on my free-to-play, so I'll be prioritizing on Uma's. Well, yeah, that's fair. As you should. But knowing the game, they're probably going to be releasing like they'll continue releasing more cards support cards that suddenly become the best ones. And so you can't rest on your laurels. You can't be too comfortable with that. Okay, well I love losing races. Was that a mile? It was. Okay, that's fair. Very fair. I'm also excited to see which Umas will be in the main characters for this year's ballroom event. I do love me some alternate costumes for sure. Although I don't know if I'm really going to pull for them unless they're my favorite characters. I don't usually pull for alternate costumes that much. Just because, even though they end up usually becoming like the better characters. But like in terms of like compared to like their normal ones. Hey, look at that, S-Long. Not that I really need that. Okay. Let me do a shop real quick. Did a few runs already when it dropped. Nice. Yeah, I did a few just to try and remember what it's like in terms of like what to buy and like what to have, all that, but I'm still trying to get comfortable with this again. Probably bugged. You know what probably might have been? I probably might have accidentally clicked this. I don't know if I did, but that could have also been a thing. Mostly pull cards myself, which is honestly probably the right thing to do, is having better support cards rather than having the Umas. But I want to pull for the waifus at the end of the day, so like the cute horse girls, so that's usually where my head lies, which is not usually ended up going well for me. As you can see by my support card lineup not being great. That's okay. We'll get free support card pulls anyway later down the road with this anniversary, so hopefully I get some better ones. Oh, I love karaoke. Good old BNW slice of life stuff. Can finally focus on cards on global since pretty much all my Oshis until Cheval releases. Isn't it nice knowing what's coming up next? It must be nice, you EN people. Meanwhile, JP, I don't know what's coming next. It could be friggin', it could be Marsh, it could be Cottonburg Bukador, it could be friggin' Samson Big for all I care. I don't know, nobody knows. So planning is questionable in that sense. I know next card I'm aiming for is Speed Marzensky since I can't use Kita-san on Kita-san. And also if you're going to be doing, or like, I guess it's more like if you're going to be building a lot of front runners, that Speed Marzensky card is really good. Even just in general though, that Speed Marzensky card is also really good, so it's probably pretty beneficial to pull for it. I'm just trying to remember, because I mean obviously I think after Kita, it's going to be the Alcondor Palace's speed card. That one's going to be the new best one. But I don't remember. There's obviously going to be other ones in between that also might be worth pulling for, but I'm just trying to at least honestly save my gems until that comes out, or at least have a good number for that, because that's going to be the new Kita, I guess, so to speak. Yeah, because I'm also getting Kopano Ricky. Right, yeah, so, I mean, because, yeah, Ricky's front runner as well, so. Okay, I love losing races. I love losing mile races, which is fair because I have a B rating in mile. That makes sense. Alright, thanks for the notebooks. Okay, give me my 10 wit. Thank you. Let me do these. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. I'm gonna hold out into hopefully thinking that I'll be getting another one of these. And, well, no, I'll buy just in case. I have enough of these anyway. Enough points. Alright. And then we'll do good old Japanese Derby, Tokyo Yushun. Only other meta card knows Wit Varamono, but I'm gonna skip it for the pace-focused Wit McQueen. The timescales in my mind are so messed up because I at least remember though that the Wit Varamono card I think came out at the same time, around the same time as the. Didn't it come out at the same time as the Throne card, which would have been kind of towards the end of this scenario? And then I remember the McQueen card came a lot later than that. Well, you know what? Rather than trying to remember, let's look it up because we have technology. We're not cavemen, SpongeBob. We have technology. Okay. Sports. Release date. Descending. What are we doing? It's 2nd anniversary. Or we have people that actually remember. That's also another way of doing it. Yeah, no, but... Yeah, because the Varamono card came out during... 2023 to 24. Yeah, that is 2nd anniversary. Okay, so that was not during what I think it is. Never mind. And then the Wit McQueen card came out 9 months after that. So like right around almost 3 years in. But yeah, in between that time, I guess that Bourbon card is actually pretty good. The one that comes out after Ramonu, well, not after Ramonu, but like that one comes out 2 months after Ramonu. That Tam Opera O card is also pretty good because it has Monster. But yeah, I mean, in terms of, I mean, if I really wanted to, I guess I could just like go in, look at the list, and like see, you know, plan ahead 2 years down, 2-3 years down the line. But that's a bit too far ahead of in the future. I'll just play it by ear and try to remember in a few months. Do I not have any? I do. We do have that, but that's not really gonna make a difference. Oh, look at that. I got the microphone. Okay. I'm a heal. Then there's the May and L banner, definitely pulling on that one. Oh, that one, yeah, that one's gonna be really useful because obviously L, but also, yeah, that May. Obviously, event card, or like the, not event card, the scenario card. Gotta pull for those. Even if they're only gonna be useful for the duration of the scenario. I mean, it's nice at least that those usually happen during times that they give free pulls, so it's like you don't really have to waste too many gems. But ideally, you still want to pull a lot because you want to get multiple copies. That's the problem with support cards, is that you kind of need a lot of them. And so you kind of got to get lucky with how to get a lot of them. Sure. Where's my freaking... Oh, there it is. I was going to ask, where's my kale juice? Or as the Japanese version, the Royal Bitter Juice, I think is literally what it's called. Which tracks. Okay, well, we'll just do that for now. Unless 6 turns, right? Okay, I was like, if it's 3 turns, that's kind of sucky, but we have some time. Oh no, you know what? I might have to use that bitter juice right now. In fact, also because it's summer, so let's do that. And since it's summer, let me get this going. And hold on, what was the? Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. We take that, not you. You. Microphone and weights. Gotta take advantage of the summer and all the level 5 trainings there. There we go. That's what we love to see. Harikite ko indeed. Hell yeah. Okay. Do I have everybody? Oh, I don't. Okay, I still don't have these two. I don't have another... This is gonna seem kind of crazy, but I might do this. Maximize on that one. Get their bonds up. That's not gonna get them to front. Nope. Close though, close. Yeah, because the few runs that I've had playing this, I've had really bad RNG in terms of the rainbows not even showing up. Even then, I still got some pretty good runs anyway, so I'm hoping that with some decent RNG, I can get up to S, maybe even S+. I kind of doubt that's going to get that far, but who knows, maybe. I don't have any energy. Luckily, I have this thing. Let's go with that. Okay. And then also this too. I forgot, I probably should have done that as well. I only have one reset wrist, so I might as well just kind of wait. Yeah, let's do that. And then I guess I'll hope for wit training. Hey, way. All right, time for more brain rot speak with Helios. Yeah, they're like, what the hell is she saying? Oh, that's hilarious. All the Medrios are like, oh my god, what the hell is she saying? And then Palmer has to translate for them. Yep. Yep. She's a translator for Helios's Gen Z brain rot speak, the Gyaru talk. 3LB to MLB Epayon is literally like the biggest power spike I've ever seen. It's crazy how like the difference between that, like the difference between like 3 versus 4 LB is so substantial. It's the point of where it's pretty much like you don't get any benefit if you don't fully limit break her. Like when I got all the, I used I think like a 2LB version of her, and I was like, this is not useful. Why are people like saying that this is the best wit card? And then I fully limit broke her, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's why. It's like kind of insane. Yes, the honorary Mejiro Helios. Palms. Oh, is this the story where the palms or whatever, and then they get into palms? It slaps. With our palms. I do love how Ardon also, like, because there's that area conversation with Ardon and I think Helios, I think, where like she's like, or maybe Palmer, where like she goes like way in her like kind of like calm voice, and it's just hilarious. All our cards are crazy if it's MLB versus 3LB, like you get way more SP per run with MLB. Maybe, well, there are examples of cards that are actually feasible, like with even just like one copy. Like I know the Kanenbukador like stamina card. I've heard that actually it was it's actually usable with just one copy. So there are examples of ones that you don't really necessarily have to fully limit break them, but no, I get your point that there's a pretty good number of cards that you kind of need all the limit breaks, because otherwise it's not the same. It was all three of them? Oh, okay. I kind of remembered it. Palms. And so the Palms Revolution begun. The Palms bandwagon, sorry, that's what it's called. Yeah, because I saw a screenshot of this, and I was like, oh, that's hilarious. It's like, where did this come from? But another fun slice of life moment. Anyway, back to actual training. What is this? Oh boy. I might just want to heal actually. Shop. I do have this coming up, so I guess I don't really need to. Let me. Yeah, she's fully okay. She has the full meter, so I'm gonna shuffle my character appearance, which is a terrible description, by the way. I feel like if you don't know what that actually, it's like if you don't know what the reset whistle actually does, and you just read that and you're just like, shuffles character appearances. It's like, what does that mean? It's like, I feel like that's confused a good number of people. I've seen people get confused over that. Maybe it's just me though. I don't know, and other people. Yeah, I'll probably do a race. Unless, hold on, I see a rainbow. Fun times. That's not good. We'll just do that. We'll just do this instead. I think my favorite event is one with Aishin Flash and Daiwa Scarlet that references their IRL child Umbrella date. Also, Agnes Digital Explodes is funny. Oh, that one also. I've seen tons of people talk about that one because, one, the title is hilarious, but like, yeah, Agnes Digital. Anything with Agnes Digital is just prone to just fun shenanigans and all that. Oh, that one was also funny. The one that just skipped by. I'm biased because Ines, you know, appears in it, but like the fact that they're like, oh shit, we don't know what we didn't plan for what sport to play, and let's just combine all of them, and it's just like, wait, and then Ines is the straight man and being like, wait, but we actually probably need to plan this out first. Ines, maybe someday you'll be relieved from your multiple part-time jobs, holding up the economy of Japan with your part-time work. But yeah, no, the Umbrella Date one is also kind of... I do like the kind of ones that reference kind of... I mean, Umamusume, in its core, is a lot of kind of like references to a lot of the kind of stuff with like the horses, the jockeys, all that. But it's kind of nice that they have that kind of little reference there. Did I... Oh, wait. Oh, the Scholar's hat. That's a lot of points, though. I don't think it's really that worth it. It is worth it, but like more kind of discounted. Even when it's discounted, though, I've seen people kind of debate whether it's even useful or not. I am of the impression I think it's useful more if you're trying to like push a run over the top. If you're trying to like, if it's a difference between like a low end and a mid tier run, it's not really gonna, I don't think it's really that helpful. But if you're really trying to like push it to the limit, get even to like a UG level. That's gonna really help because then you can get all the skills that you need. But at this point for me, I don't think that's really gonna be useful, especially since it's not even discounted. K-Balor, we love our good old K-Balor. We sure do. Good old real-life horses. I have nothing. Right, because I think I wasn't able to get, or yeah, I forgot to do the store before I got that, the energy. So that's a rip. Do I'll just heal. There we go, 70. We'll take those. But now that Machitan's out, I am also cautiously optimistic. Well, I mean, I've already accepted the fact that people are going to call her Mambo. I've kind of come to terms with that. I just hope that people actually kind of get to kind of enjoy her character and get to know her a little bit better, more than just the brain rot character. See her as the like kind of a little bit more than that. At least know that she has a trademark personality that isn't just Mambo. Good old AA Moon, you know? I mean, that's literally the name of her unique skill. Good old, I mean, for whatever reason, they translated it as Go-Go Moon, which I don't really understand why, because, like, they don't translate it whenever it appears in, like, dialogue in the stories and stuff. They just leave it as AA Moon. So I don't know why they translated it as, like, Go-Go Moon in the, in her unique skill. Also, I just lost that race. Love to see that. Alright. Well, we're doing it anyway. Yeah, I'm not the cruelest here. At least I'm giving her breaks between like 3 races. Or at least I'm not forcing her to do like 5 straight races. That's I've seen people do a lot more than that. Also, I love getting 3rd. Nice. Good old tribute to nature. That's fine. We had... I thought we had a megaphone, maybe not. Okay, that's fine. I have... what do I have right now? I do have a cupcake, I might as well just use it. Might as well. Why not? Oh wait, really? I am kind of surprised these two aren't still Friendship Rainbow eligible yet. I might as well. Hey, look, it's hey, look, 2 of my favorite characters. Look at that. Uh-oh. That's not suspicious at all. Oh, of course. Wait, why am I surprised? These are like the 2 like most adept at like bargain sales and stuff like that. Of course they are. I guess that's kind of interesting. They share that commonality, and then they end up being 2 of my favorite characters as well. So I don't think that's why they're my favorite characters. It's just a funny coincidence. Secret information that nobody must know. Yeah, it's like, wait, what? But that's the other fun thing about this, like the slice of lives too, is you get to see. I mean, that's also kind of, I guess, kind of also is the thing with the event stories too. Getting to see combinations of characters that you normally don't get to see, kind of interacting with each other. That's also kind of why I like the event stories as well. It's just kind of get to see, like, for instance, like with this current event story, like friggin', what is it? The 3. I mean, obviously there was the team with Opera O and the friends there. I mean, Top Road, Ayabe, Doto, which is standard. Oh, come on. But then there's like what, Team Bakshin with Bakshin and friggin' Kita-san and Daya and Gold Ship. Which, that's not a new combination with Gold Ship and Kita, because I mean they interacted in the anime anyway, but it's kind of funny just to kind of see the shenanigans that enter there. And then the other team, which I already forgot, the Mejiros, and then, well, 2 of the Mejiros at least. and others, of which I've already kind of forgotten. Tannhäuser, yeah, no shit. And Tannhäuser, and Bright, and Ryan, and there's one more that I'm forgetting. I'm sure I'll remember eventually. But yeah, you can tell I've read the event story. Well, maybe not, but like I've read the event story. I try to read the event stories just because, I'll be 100% honest, I actually haven't read the event stories on the JP side. So like I say, like I've been playing since day one, but I'm actually kind of also a little bit out of the loop when it comes to kind of some of the stories there. Now, not saying that I don't read any of the stories, I just don't make an effort to read every single story. So like, you know, I'll like kind of skim through and try to understand some of it, but like a lot of the information that I read about or like know about when it comes to the JP side really comes from kind of word of mouth from other people. So in a way, I'm a bit of a faker when it comes to that, but you know, at least it's more information than a good number of people in this have anyway. So there is that, I guess. I should probably check the shop real quick. Okay, there wasn't anything. Do I do? No, I'm not gonna have enough races for bad event if something suddenly happen. I find it funny for the main anime, all the protacs have the main rival ship that is one gen apart, and the side rival from the same generation. Beisuzu and Grass, Teimaku and Nature, Kitataya and Juval. I mean, it makes sense, right? Because it's like, why am I not winning any of these races? Hello? Okay. One of these runs. It makes sense though, right? Because it's like, it's based on the fact that they raced kind of around the same time, and you know, it's going to be like that they, although no, I do get your point that it's like, it's just like that specific pairing of the main rival one gen and then the side from the same, but yeah, you know, if you really think about it, does kind of make sense. Okay, well, I love RNG. Alright, Core, what do you got for me? Please win this one. Okay, thank you. Man, the increased amount of energy that it takes for these races is also not my favorite. Okay. Before we do that, let me make sure I'm not missing anything that I should buy. Nope, I do have a lot of points. Don't I have a lot of Clee Hammers already? Yeah, I have 3 already. I really only need 3 for the last few races with the climax and stuff. Yeah, I might as well just save my event points. Or event points, like shop points or whatever. Okay, we'll do Osaka High and hopefully get that going. Maybe I should, after this I might mix it up. Okay, that's cool, I love that for me. Yeah, maybe after this I might mix it up and do like a sprite character, because you saw that I still had the Takara no Mitsu no Miya, whatever the heck that one's called, Kinen, to do. And I've literally only been doing Machitan runs ever since this scenario came out, so I should probably mix it up a little bit, maybe get some of the other trophies. That would be kind of nice. Let's go to some, okay, yeah, that's good enough for now. I have no energy. And I don't have any races. I'm gonna hold off on the cupcake, but I will do that at least. And then pray that I get the, pray that I get at least the bitter juice or something. Or like something along, like, that's the other thing about this scenario. I do love that the number of people who are talking about, oh, this scenario is kind of more, I guess, not consistent, but like it's less prone to kind of the randomness that comes from Unity Cup, and it's like, no, that's so wrong, because like the shop is gonna be like so, like, you're gonna be so dependent on what comes in the shop, and like, oh, I didn't get any royal bitter juice, or I didn't get any like I didn't get any of the hammers or whatever. Like, it's just... Although that one's less of a thing, because I think you end up still getting hammers at the final shop anyway. But to the point there where it's just like, yeah, there's the RNG of the shop, which also... What is going on? Hello? What is this run? Why am I not getting any? My stats aren't even that bad. Why am I struggling so much? This story is also kind of funny, the werewolf game. Sato no Diamond. Yeah. Yeah, hold on, wait, this has been quite the career. Wait, hold on, pause. Out of 25 races, I've only gotten 12 wins. Brother, at least, hey, I got the classic triple crown. That's cool, but like also, I've only won half my races. That's not good. Oh, I thought, didn't I have? Oh wait, no. I was gonna say, I thought I had a good luck charm. I just had it in my shop. I didn't buy it yet. There we go. Now I buy it. I'll save it, and maybe just wait and hope that I get good RNG there. Do I have Vega Guts? I have one copy of her, I think. I haven't pulled because I know she's part of the new gacha, along with the NTR card, but I haven't focused on that yet. I do know that Vega Guts is also really good because of the race bonus, but I'm also kind of just waiting for the free pulls on that side because I know eventually the free pulls from the character banner end up going to the support banner. Like, there's going to be, like, I think, what? I don't remember the exact numbers. It's, like, 60-60 or something. Like, 60 free pulls from the character side and then 60 on the support side. I don't think it's exact numbers, but something like that. So eventually we'll get free pulls. But that's the other strategy I know people have been also kind of going into is the guts strategy, right? Because guts training gives you boosts to speed, power, and guts. But that one is very, what do you say, variable. Like, it's very high risk, high reward sort of thing. So, I mean, it could work out, but like I feel like it's a bit too susceptible to shenanigans happening, and I don't think it actually ends up even giving you a good Uma anyway, because, I mean, I don't know if you really want a high guts Uma, even with the so-called the guts rework that they've done. Do I have any? Do I have two? I only have one. Well, that's a load of... I don't even have one. I don't even have, like, the big mega boosting whatever. What the hell? Okay. That's wonderful, and I love that for me. Well, you know what? Better that than nothing, I guess. Ideally, I'd like the other one. I'm kind of scared because some already have a UG8 Uma. What the Jesus Christ. That's insane. But also, I can totally see that because people have the benefit of the knowledge from the JP side so that they can really fine-tune things. So I feel like, you know, that helps a little bit in them being able to really get the high-ranked Umas. Or at least that's my coping way of saying, like, reasoning as to why we get the high ones there. Not surprised that they get all 1200 on all stats. That's... yeah, because it's crazy, because, like, we don't even have the limit break yet. Like, it's still 1200 limit on all the stats, so UG8 with that is kind of insane, actually. May not be a good idea, but we'll do that. When they change it to only 120 pulls in the sport card banner, I don't remember if these are the exact, if what I said was the exact number. I just remember that it's split halfway. I mean, obviously right now it's the character, the Kita Tannhäuser banner. But I don't think... I know at some point they're going to switch over to the support card. I just don't remember how many it is before then. We gotta do that. Gotta do that one. But yeah, my only, not only, but like the copium there is like, sure they're high ranked, but are they really going to be competitive in the in any sort of like PvP stuff? The answer is maybe, but like if you go up against like a decent, if you go up against like a well-built Uma for the specific situation, I feel like it's gonna probably have a pretty good shot at beating it, so there is a little bit of that aspect to it. Like at the end of the day, I think a lot of those high ranked builds are just kind of spamming with all the different kind of like gold skills that they can have, and so a lot of them are not probably going to be applicable for either the track or even the Uma in general, so it's not actually going to end up being really that good. Yeah, exactly, to Gabe's point, like skills are going to be better than stats. At the end of the day, like a lot of the characters, or like a lot of the builds that kind of get built for CMs are pretty similar in terms of the stats. It's really the skills that kind of differentiate between kind of the ones that end up winning versus not. And also, I guess, like aptitudes, like S-miles and stuff, that also really does kind of help as well. But to a point, at least in the JP side, like it really, like pretty much everybody brings like an S-mile or like S-distance, whatever, so that ends up being more just like a requirement, like you need to have that. So, oh, Shinko Windy. I will say it's kind of funny. Windy, reading this story kind of reminds me, there are characters that I've actually really warmed up to ever since this, at least the English side, because originally I really was not a big fan of Windy. It's like, I thought that she was a bit too, like, oh, like her shenanigans with like the biting and stuff, oh, it's annoying. But honestly, the more I read about her, it's more, I think the way the game treats her is kind of like it's kind of that similar archetype of character that's like, you know, the gremlin type of character, but they're also like, they're not actually harmful, they're just like, oh, they try to be harmful, but they, you know, whatever things happen kind of get in their way, and so it just kind of ends up being more of a playful thing. But I just kind of find her more funny than anything. I say that because I actually was doing a ranking, an Uma character ranking before this stream. Like I was spending time going through and being like, okay, like my idea was to first sort the characters into different tiers, and then when that was done, then within the tiers kind of do sub rankings, and so then I can get like a, you know, like a 1 to whatever, like 140 something numbered list of favorite characters. And I can already tell you that I already have the top 4 locked in. I mean, I think y'all probably know by now. Number 1, Ines. Number 2, Dansu. Number 3, number 3, Nature. Number 4, Tannhäuser. And then from there, it's still up in the air, but that's as far as I got in terms of getting everybody into their respective tiers. Yeah, like there's a reason why League of Heroes, the high ranked trainers only have UA Umas and not US. Yeah, exactly, right? It's just like, sure, US looks good in paper, but like when it comes to like actual competitive events, they're not actually really that good. Because it's really skills that kind of inflate those ratings. Also, I don't know why I'm not even reading this actually, so let me just kind of skip through this real quick. I guess I'll read through that someday. I've used this Windy card so much, and I've really been curious, like, or at least on the JP side, and I've been curious what she actually says, because I actually don't know. But maybe I'll actually go through it one day. Can I get anything that is actually useful, like a heal? I have gotten no heals. There have been actually no. The only heals I've gotten have been this one, which is the minimum one. That and like the one bitter. Didn't I get like one bitter drink? So maybe I shouldn't complain because I got at least one, but like, I would like more, please. Thank you. Like something there. Like look at my no energy Uma right now. So I will now have to spend a turn resting and getting 70 there, so that's actually pretty lucky. Ah, there we go. Speaking of which, there's another windy event that just happened. And no show autumn. Hopefully by now I should be able to win these races, and if I don't, against Turbo of all people. Okay, thank goodness. Yeah, because most of the UA Umas have 8.7 to 9K SP for skills. Yeah, I mean, And also they're specifically tuned for the specific strategy, specific kind of like Uma that they're built for. A lot of the kind of the really high ranked Umas kind of just have skills, gold skills, just for the sake of having gold skills, so it's not actually suited for distances or like whatever distance like the Uma is actually supposed to be built for. It's just like, oh, like we have this like they just bring a lot of the support cards that bring as many of the gold skills in as possible. Like for example, like Forever Young, which I mean not the greatest example, but like Forever Young has like the first option for her final event is like just dirt skills. The second one is like general skills, but like say like you don't have that option, so it's like they just give you dirt skills, and then it's like, oh well, I mean it's a gold skill, so it helps inflate my rating, so yeah, I'll take that, even if the Uma I'm training is not a dirt Uma. So it's just one of those things where it's like it's actually not that useful. But long-winded way of saying, sure, it's nice that they have the high rating, but that's not gonna actually be competitive. By the way, I got UB without any skills, which is just insanity on the new scenario. Jeez, yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's just purely rating right there. And I love not winning anything. My favorite. Thank you for that, I guess. You'll win the next one for sure. I hope so, because the next one is Arima Kinen. What do we got here? A grandkid get-together? What do we got here? Is this gonna be like real grandkid, or is this gonna be like the grandkids of these Umas or whatever, or like the real life horses? Nope, it's actual grandpa. Never mind. Oh no shit. Yeah, these two have their grandpas and they're prominent in their stories. Duh. I love having these translations like this where it's like, oh, what's the difference between grandpa and grandfather? Like, it's a lot more important than the Japanese side. Back in the island scenario, I barely had a UB Uma. I mean, that's still pretty good though, but unless you're talking about that plus with the skills, which I actually, now that I read that, I assume that's what you're talking about. Because yeah, that is pretty crazy. Scenario inflation really is crazy in this game. This is also what I'm talking about, right? It's just like these two have like a barely connection with each other with like their grandpas. But like this would never be something that you'd see in terms of like kind of interactions with them, because they're in two completely different kind of generations and like friend groups and stuff. You should buy her socks. Why did I say her? We should buy him socks. Oh, I have options. I'll go for the stats. I don't even know what did I select there. Oh, okay. Okay, I should probably. Well, hold on. I should probably go to the store first. Actually, what am I doing? Oh man, I love having absolutely nothing. My favorite. Man, this run has not been great. I'll just say that right now. It has not been that good. Let's go Arima Kinen, sure, why not? And yeah, my deck is so bad on global, but I'm still cooking. I think I got Kita-san Black that can at least win Group E finals. Yeah, I mean, I think definitely with this scenario, like even like the baseline floor, I feel like is still like as good, on par with like kind of good runs in Unity finals, which is going to be the case for like kind of each new kind of scenario that comes up. But I think especially here, it's definitely the case. What are you planning to do? Channel points? That's a good question. I know, because my friend who also streams does like kind of fun stuff that he does with like his channel points, where he just kind of like has like options of like doing like posture check and like hydration and like throw items and stuff. The thing with that though is I think I need to wait until I get to affiliate status to actually have those available. I don't remember if that actually was the case though. I'd have to. Last time I looked into that, I think that was the case. So I have to wait until I get to affiliate before kind of really getting all that But hopefully that comes soon with the number of people that have been coming around with all the raids and stuff. So again, really appreciate all of those people who took the time, you know. But yeah, what's your progress on Twitch affiliates since you have popular streams lately with more than 3 viewers? Yeah, so that's the thing with that is yeah, the Mario Galaxy stream. The funny thing about that was that still actually, and because I was curious, I took a look at the metrics and whatever. I only had an average of 2 viewers on that one, which is really weird. I don't know how the way Twitch calculates average viewers is interesting to me, right? Because I saw like that. I mean, it peaked at 8, and then I think it went to went to 6 for the rest of that time. I guess it's because that kind of rate happened a little bit later. So that one's not going to count for that requirement or whatever of getting average of 3 viewers. But I do have 2 streams at least so far within the last 30, because it has to be within the last 30 days or whatever. I have 2, so I still need to get 2 more. But so it's possible, but I guess we'll see, right? I guess I'll just save that for later. What about the one big raid stream? What was the average viewers for that? That one definitely counted. No, that one I think I did 16 viewers, so that definitely helped. But yeah, we'll see, but because again, like you need, I think, average of 3 viewers for 4 different streams within a 30-day period. If it wasn't for the 30-day period, I think I would have already gotten it, because there have been streams I've had in the past where I've had more viewers, but those were way back in the day, so not really applicable here, unfortunately. Also, I forgot to use the hammer. Whoopsies. Haha. I was too busy talking about myself to actually pay attention to the game, so maybe I should shut up about that now. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, we'll go with that one. But yeah, that's that is actually coming up. That is actually to the point of where I probably should start thinking about some of the stuff with that in terms of like, because obviously emotes are going to be something that would be available if that happens, along with all the other stuff that's kind of the benefits there. So I have to start looking into probably commissioning somebody for that. Maybe, we'll see. Maybe I'll do that if I get to like 3, and then, you know, and then it kind of gets even more closer. Or maybe I'll do it. Maybe I shouldn't get my hopes up. Maybe I'll do it once I actually hit it. Although then I'd have to wait, so I don't know if I really. And also, I forgot to do it again. I forgot to do the hammer again. Whoopsies. Oh well. Okay. Let me just do this and try to remember to do the hammer this time. Okay. Hammer. 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 Okay, there we go. That's 14. Yeah, like 14 points for all the characters, or all the traits down the drain, but that's fine. I think this was kind of a lost run anyway. This is definitely not as good as the one I had last time, because that one was pretty close to getting to S. This, I don't think it's gonna be A+, I'm very sure, but like it's not gonna get to S. We'll see. Yes, another medium champion for your boy. I wish you luck with your affiliate grind. Thank you. Not that I'm really trying the hardest at that. I don't know. I'm just kind of continuing to do, like, kind of business as usual. To put it in that way. Just kind of doing what I've been doing and hoping, not hoping, but like, we'll see. It'd be nice, but yeah. I don't know why I'm really trying to. That's fine. Okay. Complete the career. Let's see how we did here. A plus poly. Yep, barely though. Okay, that's fine. 3rd place. Alright. Good enough for me. That's just, well, you know, at the end of the day, one, that gives me more event points, and also gives me more bond with Machitan, which is what I kind of want also, so not too horrible. Cool. Okay. Let me do this. Let me switch gears with a different character. Let's do... because I do have... I did get, I think I mentioned yesterday, I did get Kita, so that was really good. 40 pulls. I also got Kawakami Princess, so those two are characters I still haven't trained yet, but I think rather than doing those, although Kawakami might be able to give me a mile, maybe, but I think I'll focus on Sprint, because I saw that I still had to do the the Tatsu no Miya, whatever the heck that is, whatever, I don't know what race that is. The Takamatsu no Miyakinen, right? I need to do this one still. So, let's do some short Umas, shall we? Actually, before we do that, let me uncap this real quick so I can get more event bonus. Obamo. Nice. Okay. Good with that. Okay, now... okay, so if we're doing shorts, we'll just go Karen. Alright, easy enough. Okay, if I'm doing Karen, actually, maybe I should probably try and get some Mile? Yeah, I should probably get some Mile races, just so I can have the aptitude for that. That'd be kind of nice. Brian? And then the other one's probably another Mile. Oh wait, I got a pretty good Machitan parent there actually. Wait, that's actually not that bad, except for the fact that it's a late surger, but that's actually pretty decent, maybe? I mean, whatever, but more for the white skills than anything. That's a lot of white skills there. I guess for parent building, this scenario is really good for parent building because it gives you all the different kind of factors here for the races. So that is kind of nice. But still doesn't make up for the fact that these scenarios take so long. Like, we only did the one run and it's already been an hour and a half. Granted, it does take me longer than usual to do training runs during streams because I'm distracted with responding to chat, talking, and just kind of doing general stuff. So it's definitely a lot slower than what I normally do. Having said that, it's still... these TRACKBLAZER runs take so long. Okay, but... let's see, if I'm doing Karen... Karen-chan... Oh, I wish Oguri had... well, let's see. Oguri has lays pace. Let's just do this one for the pace. Okay. And then I need to definitely switch up my deck. Okay, so now I need to look up what are the good character things to bring for this one. And if I'm gonna do this, I might as well go... maybe I might go for Guts build here. Because... why not? So let me see. I gotta switch back to the global side. Make sure that's good. And I don't... what is going with my neighbors? Because my neighbors are being really stompy today. Let's see. Race bonus. Descending. Yeah, because the Ayabe card, the Ayabe SR Guts card has 15% race bonus when fully limit broken, which is really good. Unfortunately, I don't have her fully limit broken, so that's not as useful. But maybe someday. Okay. But if we're gonna do this, I might as well replace the stamina cards I have here. I might as well replace some Guts card. Maybe go with Urara, maybe? Because Urara has 10, yeah, so we'll do Urara. And of course we have her because she's free, so that's nice. In terms of other Guts cards, I mean, Air Groove, SR. Do I have Air Groove SR? I think I have her fully limit broken. I do, so that could be an option. And that's probably really the only option other than these SSRs, which I don't have, and then the IABIC cards, so we'll do that one. And that gives us, so in total that gives us what, 20, 30, 40, 45, 55%. That's pretty good, 55% race bonus, so we'll take that. We take those, and we will continue. I do need to also build out a schedule for... Oh, that's new. Okay, I need to build out a schedule for the short mile ones, which I guess I'll do that after the debut race here. But that is something I need to remember. Oh, you know what? There's another thing that I really wish that they implement sooner, is the Ultra Mega Super Skip, whatever the heck you want to call that. Because that would honestly make these runs go a lot quicker if we had like the Ultra Skip, where it just automatically goes to like it doesn't... Sure, there's this skip, but like it still runs through like all the dialogue here. There's the actual like really like kind of quick skip in the JP version where it just automatically jumps to like the end or like to selection or whatever. So the super skip, that's a better way of putting it. Yeah, that will definitely be really helpful. And I feel like that one shouldn't be as hard to implement, because that came out relatively... That didn't come out that long ago. Or that didn't come out... Yeah. No, wait. That's not the right way of putting it. It came out a while back on the JP side, so I don't think it's going to be too hard to implement. I don't know. I don't know what the reasoning is for what they choose and what they don't choose. But that would be really nice. I should probably get Urara at some point, because she is... That's the drawback with Urara, at least the Guts card here, is that she doesn't have any the gauge there is absolutely 0. Which reminds me of the Stego Guts card, actually, funny enough. One of these is energy. And one of these is mood. Let's do energy. Okay. Yeah, we do that. Gotta get Urara up to speed a little bit. This one is also energy or gut. Yeah, I was gonna say this one's also energy or mood, I remember. Yeah, I've used this Windy card so much on the JP version that I've actually kind of have memories of which one is which. But again, seeing the options, very clutch, very helpful. So glad that that's a thing. Oh, okay, that was actually kind of risky. I was like, oh, maybe I should have gotten that. This one, right? Yeah, because the other one just gave you a hint, I think. That seems to be the general trend for those kind of story, for whenever the options pop up. It's usually the top event is stats, and then the bottom one is just a skill. Which, you know, maybe the skill might be nice sometimes, but most of the time it doesn't feel like it's actually that useful. Imagine if Stego had 30 friendship gauge. Yeah, you know, imagine. Imagine if she had that on top of all the other things that she has. I mean, she's still a very good Guts card, but yeah, that's always been kind of my biggest pain point with her, has just been the fact that she's lagging with the other... I'm gonna actually do recognition here. She's lagging behind the other cards I have in terms of kind of getting that gauge up. But it's only just a couple more turns of training her, so it's not really that bad. Especially in JP, where it's like it's really quick to get everybody up to friendship eligibility, friendship training kind of levels or whatever. Okay, so now we did that. I don't know why I had to look at the options for that. Let me pull up the yeah, hold on. No, not you. There was one guy that I was looking at that had a pretty good schedule example, which I will have to scroll down here, and the sprint route. Assume at least medium C from Sparks? Hold the front door. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. That's not happening. Okay, never mind. Screw that. Okay. Sure. No, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to use that. Okay, let me plan out a schedule real quicko. Oh, yikes. Mile, sprint, mile. I'll start off with that at least. Got anything here? No. Got anything here? Sure. I don't know if I'm actually going to do these early races, but I might as well schedule them just in case. January, got anything? Sure. Mile. At this rate, I'm gonna have Cotton racing like the mile final race, the climax race or whatever, with the number of mile races I'm signing her up for. Sprint. Okay. Sure. Okasho. Why not? And then mile. What is this? Grand Allegria with all the mile races. Yasuda Kinen. Yeah, I need to space this out a little bit more. You don't need that. Well, I guess not. Well, yeah, screw it. Why not? Let's just have her race 4 straight races. This is actually a little bit iffy. Nah, that's fine. Then sprint. Nothing really good here. Trying to focus on the ones like the G2s and G3s. Not so much like the OP races, because the OP races isn't really that good. Not really gonna be that useful in these situations. Oh boy, yeah, we got nothing here, huh? Okay. Medium or mile. There's a short race in the no, maybe it's in the I was gonna say it's in here, okay. Okay. And then that was 3 straight there, so I should probably not do anything for early January. Yeah, and there's not even really, well, there's one, but there's not really anything that useful anyway. Turf. Sprint, unless, no. No, actually, hold on, that one's probably a little bit better. I mean, there's not really that, it's only like a 500 fan difference anyway. That's what we need to Takamatsu no Miyakina and hold the front door. I just realized something. I forgot to do sprinter stakes. Wow, that would have been really bad. Just straight up forgetting one of the few G1 races there. In that case, we will not do this one. Actually, we will do this one. Screw it, why not? I'll just have it in my schedule. I don't know if I'm actually going to do it then. My Stego isn't even MLB at 3 to play, but still can make me US rank Umas, which is testament to how broken she is. Same. No, I don't. I think I only have her to like 2 or 3 LB. So like I don't even have her even close to fully learned. I think it's only 2 LB right now, and she's still probably a lot better, or not probably. She is a lot better than any of my other cards like Orphe and stuff. Yeah, goes to show you. Really, the power creep in this game really do be like that sometimes. Okay. Sprint, and then nothing here, so we move on to Mile Championship, and this one, and this one, that should be good. Yeah, you know what, just in case, well, we'll just schedule this just in case. No, this one, okay. That's good. Okay, I'll save this as my sprinter planer. Okay, now we can actually get back into the playing of the game. Peak power creep. Truly is that way in this game. Let's see. Is there any good races I can do instead? I don't actually really like any of these right now. I guess if I had to, I might as well go for this one. How they transition power creep in this game is very well made, not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's still not horrible. Like, I could definitely see more worse ways of them doing it. The fact that it's still not, like, you know, like, it's still, like, kind of a little bit gradual in terms of, like, it obviously happens every new scenario, but, like, even, like, kind of, I guess, notwithstanding that, it's not like it suddenly changes, like, every month or whatever. It's still, like, you know, it's still like, kind of gradual, so it is kind of nice that it's, like, a little bit of a, I guess, it could be worse is all I can say, I guess, at the end of the day. Alright, I love not winning races. I'm gonna give it like 2 more tries. I'm not gonna use all my alarm clocks here. Oh, come on. Okay, let's one more time. Alright, I love that for me. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste all my alarm clocks on this one. Oof, yikes. I'm gonna force her to eat. Before we do that, let me check the shop real quick. Yeah, because I might as well just take these. I mean, Shakur stands the test of time. That is true. Shakur's Stamina's card is still one of the best cards in the game, and it's been a little bit since it came out. Yes, I will still do that. Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. Like, I think the way that they're doing it really, it just feels more like it's not like they release like a game-breaking meta card you must have every month sort of thing, but they still release kind of cards that are kind of more like very powerful to have in certain situations. Something like an auto speed card where it's like, oh, it's good for like betweeners, like medium betweeners. It's like that specific situation. And there's like a lot of cards like that where it's like it's applicable for this situation, but it's not like an Almond Eye where it's like, or like a, I guess, Air Grew where it's like you need to have this card no matter what. And then, yeah, to your point, Shakur, like, there hasn't really been any like other like stamina cards. I guess the Goldushi card, well, again, this goes back to the specific situation. Like the Goldushi card, that Christmas card, is actually pretty, from what I've seen, actually very powerful. Like, it's one that is used, or at least in certain situation of building for end closers. So there is that, but it's not like Shakur where it's like, you know, multi-purpose using for everybody. Oof. Oh wait, I know what I can do. I can heal. Hooray. Thanks, items. Oh, yikes. One of these is energy, please. Yes, it is. Thank you. Give me energy. Energy is a premium in this game, especially in this version. Not so much in the most recent scenarios on JP. Also thankful, or very thankful, they don't make, god dang it, universal cards like every month. God, that would, imagine if they do that. It's like, oh yeah, here's this new card that you must have, and they do that frequently. That would be a killer, especially since you would need to have multiple copies of the cards. Like, I would have quit the game a long time ago if that was the case. Like, it's even the case now where it's like they've accelerated the timeline of schedule of like time between scenarios, because before I think it was like around like 6 months between scenarios, maybe not that long, but like it was quite a bit of time between the scenarios, and now it's like only like every 3 or 4 months or so between new scenarios. So they have accelerated that a little bit, but it's still not like the worst in the world. Like, it still gives you enough time to really get into it and then be able to truly enjoy it before getting tired of it and moving on to the next part. Not gonna lie, the free Victoire Pizza card, speed card is so good, very peak. That's interesting. That's the first time I've heard of that. I don't think, never, I don't know, maybe I haven't been going too deep into it, but I don't think I've really heard that much about it, to be honest. But maybe I'm missing out on it. Because I mean, conventional wisdom is that the free cards that they give out is not good. But there's still some use, especially like in this version, with some of the free cards they give out. Like heck, the Haru Urara card is really good. Probably the best guts. As sad as it is, it's actually probably the best guts card right now. Maybe not sad, but it is kind of interesting how that is the case. And it's not going to be until like way down the line. I mean, honestly, it's not even going to be probably until like Orphe comes out that she gets overtaken. I might be missing somebody, but no, it really does feel like that's like the case where it's like that card ends up being like kind of honestly one of the best guts cards. I should probably heal here. Okay. It's a very good free-to-play speed card. Okay, I mean, for free-to-play, yeah, no, definitely, I can see that. I'm just thinking, like, compared to, like, you know, the must-require must-require speed cards, it's like, I don't think it's going to compare, obviously, but still, I'm sure it's pretty good for those players, the newer players. But, like, somebody like me who already has, like, say, like, MLB Almond Eye, MLB Air Groove, MLB Maruzensky, MLB Jungle Pocket, MLB like MLB Still in Love, like it's not actually really going to be as good as them, but that's only because I've been playing this game for so long that it's just like, and I'm also not even close to being free to play, so it's like, you know, there is that aspect of it. Oh, this one, this is the dive, right? 20 speed? 10 speed, sorry, 10 speed, 10 power. I saw that the shop had some really good items, such as a kale juice, and the speed scroll, and the guts ankles, and these things. Oh my god, look, wow, these are actually really good items. Damn. I'll take all of them. I'll take your entire stock, please. I'll take that one. I have MLB Tail and Air Groove Speed, so I don't really need it either. Yeah, I mean, but to your point, I mean, if you're not like, if you don't have those, then it's probably going to be a pretty decent option. You know, it's good for those who kind of just started the game and whatever. But yeah, for those of us who have like better options, it's probably not actually really going to be register in our radars. This one, thank you. Okay. Ooh, I think I'll go with that one because I have no energy and also because Urara is not my friend, unfortunately. She is not my friend and I want her to be my friend. But she's not there yet. It takes time for people to be friends. Even Umas. It takes time for Umas to be friends with you. This is the lesson. This is the life lesson we're learning today. If there's anything to take away from this stream is that it takes time to become friends with Umas. Holy mackerel, that's a good one. God dang it, I don't have any ankle weights for that though. Well, Tiddly's Biscuits, I think I'll just go with this anyway. I have a scheduled race? Screw that, give me my three rainbow fun times training. Like the first time I've seen that in years. No, not really, but like it's been a while since I've seen something like that. Do I have... I should probably race unless I have another really good training. Nope. There goes that. Okay. We'll do the sprint race. Yes, give me the good stuff. Inspiration. I don't think I have any sprints. I mean, I didn't really have any sprint what you call it, the sparks for my parents. So it's not like I'm gonna get like a sprint S anyway. Olga show, yes. Do that. Actually, before we do that, I was gonna say shop. Yeah, we have a new shop, right? Okay. Yes, give me that. Give me fuel. Give me fire. That which I desire. Okay. Okay. Now we do Okasho. If they made martial array speed 40% friendship bonus at max friendship, it would be the most broken burst speed card I've ever seen. Thank goodness it's only 35%. Right? Like, they can't make every card the most broken card ever. They gotta have some limits. They can't just make everything Almond Eye all of a sudden. Even if martial array is really only applicable for dirt, like, that still would be pretty damn powerful. Which is why I've been at least trying to get a copy of her, but like also I'm trying not to, like, okay, well, that's cool. I'm trying to save my gems is basically what I'm trying to say, right? Because I've used up all my gems on the Forever Young banner, so I'm like, with the new Uma that's going to be coming out soon, I might as well save for that instead. And hope that I can get her, only to probably not get her, because that's how this RNG in this game works. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Let's do... Oh, I have Kale Juice. Well, that's a perfect situation for a Kale Juice right there. Look at that. Now drink your bitter Kale Juice and shut up. Can't wait for all the fan comics of people drawing the Umas suffering while drinking their bitter juice and like having the cupcake as well. And by looking forward to that, I mean not looking forward to that, but also kind of looking forward to that. Professor of Curvature. I think that's the first time I've actually gotten that. Yeah, wait, now that I think about it, I have not gotten that event for any of my Machitan runs. Interesting. Oh well. Currently making long Umas on the new scenario with the new Fuku speed, and not gonna lie, it's kind of good too. I mean, the Fuku Kitaru speed has hella good or not hella good, but like it has a good amount of race bonus, which is why it's also recommended to bring along. So it makes sense. But yeah, it's funny because that speed card is, well, I mean, kind of akin to Fuku Kitaru. It's very RNG heavy, like with the events and stuff. But you know what? If it works, it works, and it does work, at least for this specific situation. Go for that one, and then we have microphones, so that's good. At least we have it this time around, unlike last time, when we didn't get any of those. Do I have a race right now? I sure do. Might as well just do that instead. Sorry, I meant the Valentine's Day Fuku on JP. Oh, okay. Yeah, that one also I've seen recommended as well. I know... Or maybe that might have been something else, I don't know. But yeah, that one also I've seen as like an actually pretty decent card. It didn't really register in my radar though, because like I don't have any copies of it, and I was just like kind of more looking at cards I did have, and I'm like, okay, well, let's just go with that. Okay. I still have a alarm clock, so that's good. Let's try that. Okay, perfect. We're actually winning here, unlike an Uma that I will not name. Let's just call her M. Tannhäuser. Or better yet, Machikane T. 40% friendship bonus, pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh sure, I forgot I completely forgot I had Skin Outbreak. I still haven't healed that. Let's go with that, I guess. Before we do that, do I have anything to heal? Do I have lotion? No. Do I have whatever that other item is? No. Of course not. Why would I have that? Okay. Now, do I do another race? What do I have right now? I think I'm just gonna go with, well, Yeah, I already have a condition anyway. Screw it. It's always it's one of the things about this scenario. It's always kind of not been my favorite, is just listening to them complaining about, oh, stop putting me in races, and it's like, well, sorry, this is how I have to do this scenario. Which is another reason why I don't really love this scenario that much. Machitan. That's a bit too revealing. I think let's just call her MT, you know? Uh-oh. Yeah, it's whatever. That's fine. Okay. Let's look at the shop. Please give me something good. The answer is... that's alright, I guess. Alright, we'll take those. Definitely need to heal myself, so we'll go with that one. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. By the way, I made a strat on the Beyond Dream scenario that guarantees, maybe not for everyone, a US rank. That's... see, that's the thing. I mean, that is definitely going to be helpful, because then you get a lot of the points for leveling up all the kind of things there. That's very descriptive, by the way. The 3 different mental, physical, whatever the heck the third one is. But yeah, that's crazy. Because I think the highest I've gotten for that is UE. But again, I still feel like I'm like a little bit iffy with how this scenario works, and also I feel like also I realized I did not have that, so that's a whoopsies. But yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like I've mostly gotten it down, but there still feels like there's some parts that it's just like like I feel like I can be a little bit better at. Like again, I haven't really done too many runs over the last week or so. Uh-oh, not the skin troubles. Ah, shh. I average 8.2 to 8.5 SP with the strat. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, you get a lot of SP, you get a lot of kind of like, you can get even maybe like an 868 if you're good with that. But... and that's probably the way to go anyway, because I mean, 858 is kind of the minimum. 848 is just kind of a rip. Or like a 758, I guess, with the way I do my strats, but... that's definitely kind of not ideal. Speaking of not ideal, this is actually kind of terrible. And also, wow, Urara, you are not my friend. Urara does not want to be my friend. I'm very not happy about that. Decisions. I'm kind of tempted just to heal. I forgot. You don't get healed of a bad condition in English, right? I know that's a thing in JP where if you do a rest and recreation in the summer training, you get healed of your bad condition. I don't think they've applied that for the English side. Not that that's really going to matter, because I still probably want to do it anyway. Well, no, I don't want to do it. But I don't think that's the case here yet. I'll just do this instead. Literally had 600 subs, 600 wit before my debut base. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the good stuff. And look at that speed too, 329 speed. That's funny. I mean, that's one way of doing it, right? It's like you want to try and get at least one of the characters to friendship training, so that then you can use your dreams training on that. And I feel like Wit is your most likely scenario, because Forever Young is more likely than not going to be the character that you're going to be bringing for your Wit card. And so she's probably going to be the one who is most likely going to be friendship, fun times, training eligible. I actually really need to heal here. Oh, you do cure your condition. Oh, okay. I don't know. I feel like that was not the case before, but I guess that's good. Maybe I was wrong about that, but there you go. That's nice. Don't have my skin condition anymore. Yeah, it's good to know. Yeah, I for whatever reason I thought that was not the case. I remember that wasn't the case. I think with the Unity Cup, I want to say. So maybe maybe they updated that with the rest of the stuff that they did with this anniversary. Because I don't remember when that was the case in JP. Because I feel like that just suddenly happened. It's like, oh, I can actually heal my bad condition now with my rest and recreation, so that's kind of cool. I'm not in a good position here right now, not gonna lie. Kind of want to do a race right now. Yeah, let's just do a race. Okay. And I had one scheduled anyway, so... And then hopefully pull something from the shop. Oh, that helps. That's actually really helpful, thank you. That's actually decent. We'll take those. We'll take those. Ooh, another new fun slice of life event featuring Flash and Hayahide. Is guaranteed to cure conditions? Yeah, so if it's similar to what it is in JP, it's guaranteed to cure the condition. So like if you have a bad condition and you do that, then it's going to cure it. So in addition to also getting you mood up and the energy boost. So it's actually really nice. Then again, you know, and you probably know this, especially like if you spend a turn resting, especially during like a summer training, that's a pretty big, like in the JP scenarios at least, like that's pretty much a waste of a turn, especially with how powerful the summer trainings are. But it is kind of a nice, I guess, alternative in this version at least. Oh god, it's the two dumbasses. Oh no. Oh god, it's the one dumbass and Taishin. Watching the Japan versus Venezuela game is pretty close. Oh yeah, that is happening. I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah, crazy how Italy made it to the semifinals. That has been quite the story for sure. Gonna be crazy if we get a WBC final without Japan or USA. Honestly, I could see it happening though, because Dominican Republic is really pretty stacked lineup. I mean, obviously they blew out Korea in that quarterfinal game, but they still have, I mean, they have a whole bunch of really good players, so I could honestly see that going either way. And then, yeah, Venezuela, I mean, they have a pretty good team too, so if they have a pretty good shot of making it there. I don't know if Japan does end up winning. Like, I don't know how good of a chance Italy's going to have against Japan, but you never know. I don't know. Like I said before, you know, single game elimination, it's makes it a lot more chaotic in a sense, for sure. What's the score, by the way? I'm curious. I mean, I guess I can look it up right now, but let's see. It is currently, oh wow, it is close. Damn, Japan's winning 5-4, bottom of the 5th. Okay, damn. All right, interesting. Yeah, that'll be interesting. We'll see how that ends up, because that could definitely go either way with how close that is right now. Oh, this is the ramen. Okay, we will absolutely do the Sprinter Stakes, one of the only sprint G1 races. That and the Takamatsu no Miyakinen. Oob. Well, okay, there we go. Finally crawled our way out. Hey, look, a Royal Bitter Juice. Thank goodness for that. Or Royal Kale Bitter whatever juice. Gotta go grind more Umas today. I have 8 more barrels to use. Yeah, good luck. Good luck with all your runs, and thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Yeah, I need to get back into the JP side, definitely. Like I said, I have not been doing runs, and probably not to my benefit. Especially with the CM coming up, you know, I might as well start working with that as well. Like, if it wasn't for this, if it wasn't for TRACKBLAZER coming out, I would have definitely done more runs on the Japanese side and get that going and try to master my way into knowing how to do the new scenario. It's not even new. Well, it's newish at this point. It's been a few weeks. It has been a few weeks at this point. What am I saying? It's like, it's kind of crazy. I'm looking at the date right now, and it's like next week it's going to be a month since the anniversary, which, oh my god, that's crazy. It still feels like I mean, it doesn't help that like we still have the 5th anniversary decorations and all that stuff in the main menus and stuff, and like all that. Yeah, it feels like it's still 5th anniversary, but it's like it's been 3 weeks since then, so not exactly the correct date. Honestly, I had so much fun on JP, I already burnt myself out on Beyond Dreams trying to US my entire team. I'm glad I got Kita-san because she gave me a reason to play Gobo again. Yeah, I mean, I think... For me, I think it's Machi... Same, but like with Machitan, I think with Machitan coming out, I'm like, oh, it gives me more motivation to train her up and actually start playing. And then also the event, or not event, but like, well, the event, but also the anniversary bonuses that they're giving out also gives me motivation to actually play. Because otherwise it does... I do lack motivation to play the game, if I have to be completely honest. Like, even with the, oh, like you get 75 or 50 gems, depending on which version you're playing, for completing the dailies and doing a run, I still don't do runs a lot of the times. Like, I end up having to, on the JP side, because I have my circle, I have to grind out fans, like, the last few days of the month, because I don't do any runs during the first 3 weeks, so it's not good. It's wasted potential is all I'm saying, like, it's wasted free gems from not doing those. Wait, is that what they call the stress stump? Hold on, pause. The stress stump? I never knew that's what they actually called it. I know that's like obviously it's the tree where everybody screams about losing and stuff, but like, I never knew that's what they actually officially translated that as. The stress stump. I mean, yeah, that makes sense, yeah. You know, it is a stump, and you know, they release their stress there, so checks out. Oh god, another detective one. This reminds me of the Gold Ship detective one. Gold Ship and the Diamond, Satono Diamond, because like that one, I mean, any story with Gold Ship is always just chaos. She is just chaos incarnate, but like chaotic good in a way. Chaotic neutral, well, she's never really does anything for like evil, except for when it comes to Jordan. I guess you can consider her more chaotic neutral than anything. Or chaotic, yeah, chaotic neutral. I don't think she's chaotic good. Definitely not chaotic evil. Only in certain situations there. Especially since Kita-san is such an easy character to raise any distance, so can Oshi race with her. That is true, yeah, that is, especially for this scenario, it's really nice that she has multiple aptitudes. Yeah, that's kind of one of the big... once again, another thing with TRACKBLAZER that I don't love is that you need... To maximize the number of races, you need to have good aptitudes in like medium and mile, because those are like where the majority of the races are. So it's a little bit annoying if you don't have good aptitudes for some of the characters there. Oh, nature. Got him. Mystery solved. Oh, this one. Mystery solved. Okay. Back to the training. I should probably get Urara up to friendship at some point. We're starting to run out of time, but at some point, maybe. Maybe some girls' carrots, unless I have any other better options. Yeah, let's do that. I know that's actually not going to help that much, but it kind of helps a little bit. And then we'll do that. Oh, that will help, actually. Also gives me energy, so thank you, Urara. Much help there. Mile Championship with Biko Pegasus. I didn't realize that she already had her outfit, which is kind of funny because she's not going to come out for like another few years. The classic meme character of her not coming out for like 3 years when she was kind of one of the original characters to actually come out in the initial roster. or 12 fans were very disappointed by that. Also, oh, I just realized I completely skipped that conversation, so hold on, let me just quickly go through that log real quick. No, I want to read this because I'm always curious whenever they translate Helios' dialogue to see what slang they bring up. Excuse me? Wait. Straight Shugi? I'm sorry, I feel like I'm decently understanding of Gen Z slang. What the hell is Shugi? What? I've never seen that before. Okay, interesting. Cause like all like this, right? Like mid, I'm finna boost these vibes. It's gonna hit different for real. Like I understand all that, right? Cause like I like to say like I understand a good bit of the at least Gen Z dialogue. I don't know about the current dialogue, the kids these days, Gen Alpha and all that. I don't know what they say, but like, I don't know what Shugi is. That's a new one. Meanwhile, Top Road stuck in starting future outfits for some reason. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. That was always funny to me, especially since she has a SSR support card. It's like, why does she have just the default outfit? But, oh, emoji. I was gonna say, like, what's with the question marks? Okay, anyway. What am I doing? Scheduled race? Yeah, let's do that. Well, unless we have something better, which is probably that one, actually. Let me check. Yeah, let's just do that. I know I have a scheduled race. Shut up about that. Okay, now we should probably do that one, unless... No, let's do the race. Especially since I think I should probably get enough points for the upcoming shop anyway. 1,000 points. Thank you for the 500 fans, I guess. Although it doesn't really matter. The fan count doesn't really matter now because that's not how you level up your the unique skill. It's by this. There we go. Alright, okay. Speed. How many anklets do I have? I have enough. Or not anklets, microphones. I have enough. That should be good. Okay. Question, when did JP start giving the free 3-star ticket every month in the shop? I'm assuming you're talking about the one that the crowns or whatever, or the equivalent of crowns in, at least in the JP side, they switched crowns to like the metal things or whatever. I'm assuming that's the one you're talking about, because I don't know if there's any other 3 stars otherwise, but when did they come out with that? Not anytime soon, that's for sure, I think, unfortunately. I think that's around the time they switch over from crowns to the metal things, which I don't remember exactly when, but definitely not for another few years, unfortunately, from what I remember. So, yeah, but there will be other opportunities between giveaways and stuff for you to be able to get those tickets. And the thing with those tickets are those aren't selector tickets, those are random tickets anyway, so it's not actually really that beneficial, especially since when you're gonna get those, it's like you're gonna probably get something that you already have, or it's like, you know, from the diluted pool, so it's like it's not the most beneficial, but you know, it's alright, I guess. Oof, hold on. Oh, I have a royal bitter juice, but I don't have a cupcake for that. Okay, well, sometime... Oh, wait, hold on. I have a good luck charm. I really do want to train, because that is a pretty good boost right there. Let's just take the L, I guess. Well, no. Let's not take the L. We'll just take that one. I like my monthly free Uma. I love it because it gave me Vergina. Yeah, you know, maybe I'm just biased because I have so many Umas that it's just like every time it just feels like, oh, it just gives me like a random one I already have. But no, it is kind of nice to have the free option for that, even if it is just random. That is kind of nice. like it's to the point of where I'm like, oh, like for like the anniversary, right? They have the paid selector tickets, both for the support cards and the Umas, and I caved and I got both anyway because why not? And I was just like, I was looking at the roster, and I was just like, man, I already have all the characters anyway. So at this point, I'm selecting between their costumes, and I was just like, well, I guess I should just select some of my favorite characters, like a combination of like favorite characters and ones that are meta. So I think I ended up going with the whatever that is, the Ballroom Daitaku Helios and the Island Gold City. Those are the two I ended up selecting. Because at this point, I'm just like, I have pretty much everybody I want, to be honest. Even in terms of the alternate costumes. Like between Machan's alternate costume with the Valentines and like Gimlet. I think Gimlet, the Ballroom Gimlet was one I really wanted, and I actually did end up getting that randomly, so that was pretty nice. But now it's just to the point of where it's like, I don't really have anybody I really want on the Uma side, which is probably a good thing. Then it's just like, you know, then I can focus on getting support cards and stuff, which is probably better in the long term. Also, another thing, when did they reintroduce the monthly Uma rerun banners? That one, oh man, I think it's been a while since that's come out on the JP side. Definitely at least a year ago. Yeah, but again, that one also is going to take another couple of years, I think, to come to the English side. But that one definitely, I think, came before the selector, the thing we were talking about before. Because I think it's been definitely more than a year since that's been running. But I don't know if I really want to trust my memory on that, because I don't actually really remember for sure. But those ones are also, I don't know, those ones I feel like are a little bit iffier. It's like, unless you really want not really want every single character, but like it just feels like if you really only want like one or two characters from that, you feel like you're just going to be disappointed more than anything, just because it's like, sure, it's a more limited pool of characters that you can draw from, but I don't know, my experience with those have just been pretty mixed, to be honest, the few times that I've did those. What am I doing? I think that was the second time I just looked at the shop again. I'm just debating, do I want to go for a bitter juice right now? I still don't have a cupcake, unfortunately. What do I have coming up? Maybe I'll just do this race. I'm really trying to go for... I guess what I'm trying to do here is I'm really just trying to push for new items in the shop. AKA I'm trying to get like a cupcake or something good. And I don't really have any good options on the training side anyway, so I might as well. I think that's probably the best time to race. Okay, well, those aren't really what I... Actually, those are good, but those aren't what I want, per se. I guess I'll just force Kern to cut in to eat right there. Sorry, cut in. Okay. I wasted so many pulls in JP when I started on those banners, but I got the characters I wanted. Actually, only characters I'm missing on JP that I still want is Vivlos and Wind Variation. Good choices. Yeah, those, I like those two as well. At least with Vivlos, you have different. You have the swimsuit version as well. You know, as an option, kind of broadens your chances a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna take the... Do I just go for the Royal Bear? No, I'm just gonna rest. I'll take the L on this one. Yeah. And then we'll do that. But yeah, as long as you got the characters you wanted, that's, I guess it's not really a waste per se, but again, from my limited experience of doing those, it's not been fruitful, unfortunately. And it goes back to the whole thing that's kind of nice about Uma, is the fact that there are no limited characters. There's only kind of the idea of the pseudo-limited with the semi-limited with the fact that you can't get them from selector tickets. But they still show up in the pool anyway, so it's like you can get spooked by them. Unfortunately, it does seem like they are a bit more... What's the word? They've been a bit more... not selective, opposite of selective. They've been a bit more unselective when it comes to, what did I just get a C in, by the way? Oh, wait, I thought it was medium for a second for some reason. Yeah, it's like they've added more and more characters into that semi-limited pool, which is a little bit iffy, but, you know, it's, that just means you got pulled. You just gotta get lucky and pull for them. Cause like there was that run of characters with with Christmas Oguri, Stay Gold, and I feel like there was like another character in that chain that were all semi-limited, so it like kind of felt like really kind of iffy, where it's just like, oh, okay, well then, just kind of felt a little unfortunate that it's like, well, okay, I guess they're just gonna have them stuck in semi-limitedness. Wonder how alt will work for all the semi-limited characters. Yeah, Sin Grey Oguri is an alt, so yeah, there is. I don't think they're differentiating between that at this point. But it does feel like it's now the norm that all the popular characters... I forgot, is Almond Eye the semi-limited? I don't remember if that was the case or not. Because it feels like all the new popular characters are kind of put into that semi-limited pool. She is? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense, you know? But it is kind of unfortunate. But at least there is a chance of pulling her anyway at the end. I'm gonna try and go for Urara here. Oh, I have a training race. I have a race training. Yeah, we'll just go for the race. Sure, why not? Next semi-limited character has to be Triple Tiara Daring Tact for sure. I mean, with the amount of hype that people are waiting for her ever since she was announced, like I'm sure she's gonna be semi-limited. Like any popular character that people are really looking forward to is gonna be semi-limited. So like Daring Tact, Forever Young, maybe Epiphania. I don't know. Maybe Epiphania. I don't know. But like, right? It's just like characters that are really kind of like popular are gonna kind of be put in that pool or put in that jail, so to speak. Cherry blossoms. I wonder why a character named Sakura Chiono really loves cherry blossoms. Real mystery there. Speaking of Sakura characters, Chitose O is also one that I'm kind of looking forward to. My routine is just punching people. I love this animation of her just going at it with whatever she's eating there. Using her full name to be like, just give me something to eat. Still worried they haven't released another evolved unique skill Uma after Stay Gold. Released another evolved unique skill. Oh, I know what yeah. Sure, they will at some point, but no real big rush on that one, I guess. I don't know. Do I have anything? Oh, another Royal Kale Juice. That'll be really useful. I did get a cupcake, I think, right? Yeah, so that's kind of nice. I can't buy this because I already have the max of that item, so that's already ripped. Did I not? I didn't buy it. Okay. Screw that, I guess. Alright. Man, Urara is still not my friend. I don't know if she's gonna be my friend by the end of this. I'm gonna do something that's kind of crazy. Yeah. No. Yeah? No. I was like, I'm not gonna use that, but I will use the ankle weight. I have one in the shop available. And then that gives me the excuse to get that going. And I definitely have enough shop coins anyway, so I don't have to worry about that. And then there we go. Yeah, I know, that's fine, whatever, shut up. Okay. Wait, don't I have Victoria Mile, yeah, we'll do that. With Kawakami Princess, which reminds me, I still need to train Kawakami Princess at some point. Well, that's fine, and I don't have any, I don't have any alarm clocks anymore, so that's unfortunate. Oh well. Oh, okay. This reminds me of the. I mean, there's different stories like this. I remember there was the one with the interviewing the Triple Crown winners, but different between the Spring Tenno Show and the Takarazuka Kinen. Distant, or not even distances, it's just like where they are. Well, that's one way of looking at it. So as a veteran Uma player, do you miss this scenario? Hell no. Hell no. From the moment that this game came out in global, I was dreading this moment when this scenario was going to come out. On the bright side, with the accelerated schedule, there's not going to be as much time spent on this scenario, but oh my god, I hate it, dude. I don't like this scenario at all. do not have good memories of it. Yes, it's more powerful, so like I'm forced to use this rather than like a Unity Cup, but like it's still like the fact we are 2.5 hours in this stream, and this is only my second run. That's to give you a sense of how long these damn runs are. It's just like, I do not miss it. I never want to play it in the Japanese server. Even if they give me a reason to play it in the Japanese server, I'm not gonna. Only reason why I'm playing it here is because I'm kind of forced to build good Umas. But like I said before, honestly, I might be a little bit more casual until Grand Live comes, because I do not want to have to spend 1 hour every time building Umas for CM. So yeah, and I find it funny that I've been seeing a lot of opinions on Twitter. I mean, it's Twitter's Twitter, so you know, consenting opinions. But like, there's a lot of people being like, "Oh, the JP players are overreacting when they said that this scenario is literally hell." It's like, oh, this isn't even that bad. Like, I actually like this scenario. Which, you know, fair play, you know, they have their opinions, but I just find it funny because it's like, you know, obviously it's new scenario, kind of honeymoon period, everyone's going to be like, oh, you know, it's a new thing, it's going to be fun. I just want to get their opinions like a month or 2 months down the line when they have to, you know, like continue to play this and see if they still have that same opinion, because, trust me, somebody who's played this for however long I did in the JP side, yeah, it's not fun. I don't miss this scenario, definitely. For sure. Also, wait, wow, Venezuela's winning right now? Holy moly, that's crazy. Let's go Venezuela, holy shit. Oh yeah, they are winning 7-5. Damn. Okay, let's go. Oof. Imagine a final without the US or Japan, like either of them. That would actually kind of be, that could actually kind of be feasible at this rate right now. Fun times in the world of baseball. I really do appreciate how much that the WBC has been growing in terms of kind of prestige and stuff. Obviously, like, you know, hype-ass games really help, but like obviously the players are buying into it as well, so that also really helps. I can definitely see this kind of growing as kind of like a World Cup level, where it's like, you know, you have a whole bunch of that would kind of, I mean, obviously that would require all the different countries to also kind of buy into kind of building up really good teams, because right now it does feel like kind of the pool of teams is kind of, or like the quality of teams kind of takes a nosedive after kind of like the elite few, like the US, Venezuela, or not Venezuela, US, Dominican Republic, Japan sort of thing. But I could definitely see like a point where it's like, you know, obviously, you know, you see other countries like Czechia and like like maybe even Brazil and stuff, like kind of like get renown and fame from that. So maybe it can kind of start attracting more people to kind of get into that, and then, you know, kind of, you know, waterfall effect in that. So maybe there could be a future where that could be something like that, but maybe someday. Definitely not in the near future, but it is kind of neat seeing the WBC growing into what it is right now. It's kind of something is kind of very, very fun to watch, and a pretty hype tournament for sure. I feel like people still care more about MLB than WBC right now, especially since some of the athletes even skipping participating in the WBC just so they're healthy for the MLB season. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? It's like right now, it's still in the period where it's like, yeah, it's just like kind of a tournament. It's just kind of like, it's not really as prestigious as like a World Cup, where it's like, you know, the athletes, you know, are gonna sacrifice everything they can just to, you know, compete for their home countries. It's like they're more worried about the season, obviously, and then like somebody like Tariq Skubal, who's like, you know, obviously he's gonna be a free agent after the season, so it's more like he wants to be focused on preparing for this season, which is understandable. Still kind of feel a little bit iffy about how he actually approached it in the first place, about him just pitching the one game being like, okay, I'm out, bye. But it's just like, I get the reasoning, right? So, but, you know, in the future, I can definitely see potential for this growing into something bigger, and that would be kind of cool to see for sure. Oh god, this conversation can be interesting. I'm amazed that she didn't say that's marvelous. That's actually kind of revolutionary coming from this character. Oh, never mind. Spoke too soon. I wonder if there's ever going to be a conversation with Marvelous where she never says the word marvelous. That would be amazing. I don't know if that ever is a thing. Like, I feel like that's pretty much... She's like a Pokemon, right? She just says her name pretty much in every single... Not every single sentence, but pretty much every single sentence. That's why I didn't put her very high up, to be quite honest. In my tier list. Not in the lowest tier, but like... She's kind of, you know, she is what she is in terms of... I mean, she has her Marvelous Zone, which is kind of interesting. The whole idea of her really liking ruins and whatever, and the fantastical world that she transports people in occasionally. That's something. We're having a sale. We're having a fire sale. We're having a fire sale. Okay. I pray they announce Star Blossom anime in the upcoming Pocket Live, as do I. That would be very nice. Especially since Cinderella Grey is not really doing anything right now. I mean, that's about to end, the manga. And the anime doesn't have, I think as far as I know, doesn't have any like official continuation announcements. Which doesn't say much. I mean, that they're still probably going to continue. The anime is just more so, they just gotta get all the resources and stuff to get that made. And it's going to take a little bit for that to get developed. But that would be kind of nice to get Star Blossom animated. I'm sure they're going to do it at some point, but yeah, it'd be kind of cool to see the official confirmation. Give me the cupcake, and then I guess that's it. Okay, great, thank you. Alright, well, I guess I'll just do this and get ready for my summer training. And then I have these, which is good. I have more than enough for those. Okay, and then we should be good there. I'm worried about how bad the global fandom will handle Laurel's character. Yeah, I agree, given their handling of other characters, like a Still in Love, or like in the case of like that one freaking GIF, that infamous GIF with Bakshin and freaking Sakura Chiono, and then that happening around the same time that Chiono's banner came out, and then suddenly people are like, oh, they relate Chiono with that specific meme. I'm just like, man, sometimes I shake my head at that, but it's okay. We don't have to worry about what the fandom says, you know. Screw the fandom, you know. Them, you know. We just there'll be a good number of people that actually appreciate her character and understand the true nature of her struggles and all that. Or so we hope. So we hope. I have a reset whistle I'm gonna use right now because I have no friendship fun times. And I think Urara still is not friendship fun time eligible. Well, that's a load of baloney. But I'll do that anyway. Just try to ignore that side of the fandom, as do I. Yeah, it's kind of hard sometimes when I look at through the subreddit sometimes, but it's just like I just gotta remember, you know, that's just a vocal minority. Sorry, not vocal majority, vocal minority. And we just leave them to whatever they do, and then I can just live in my little world of the Uma life, I guess. I don't have anything yet. I don't know why I keep searching this. I don't want to max out on speed this quickly, so I'm not going to focus on that just yet. I'm going to gamble and see if I can get a better thing here, maybe. Please? The answer is I did. Looky at that. Wow. Too bad Urara's not there. But I guess we'll just take that. Okay. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Okay. Oh, but I just said I didn't want to max out on speed. But that's still a really good power bonus, too. Decisions. I think I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah, we'll just do that. Okay. And I guess I'll just max out on that. Yes, I know. It's fine. Oh my god. What was the percentage of failure on that? Oh, 14%. Okay, that was actually a little bit higher than I thought it was. Did I have a good luck charm or whatever? I don't think so, but if I did, that was kind of a whoops. Let's see. I did not. Okay, thank goodness. So there was no avoiding that anyway. Good. Gotta do the sprinter stakes. Gotta do the sprinter stakes. Also, wait, Bamboo Memory doesn't have her costume either. That's kind of interesting. Did not realize that before. That was kind of funny, I think, initially when her costume came out, because I think everybody thought that she'd keep her headband, but then she had the kind of weird other headband that she has for her racing outfit. But but I don't know, it makes sense, I guess. It makes sense that they deviate from that, because it does feel like a lot of the old racing outfit concepts are all very similar in terms of just being kind of a variation of a school uniform, like a sailor uniform or school uniform and all that. It really, like, if you look at that, right, it's like a lot of those like Tama and Ishi Amazon and Bamboo Memory and Biko Pegasus, like a lot of those characters have very similar kind of motif going with like the schoolgirl outfits, or like the school uniforms, which makes sense in a way, because like I guess that's what they're trying to go for in terms of like stylistic choices. But then they realized, oh, we can kind of be a little bit more creative than that, and so that's why they kind of revised those. Let me see. Yeah, okay, let's get those going. With only reason why I'm buying the energy drink is just because it gives me energy. Very little energy, but like some energy, which is kind of helpful. Twitter Uma's experience, you know what it was like before Global? A lot more quiet, that's for sure. A hell of a lot more quiet. I don't know, like maybe this is me nostalgia speaking, but it does feel like a lot of it was a lot more like, for lack of a better word, intimate. Like, you knew that, you know, if you're talking to somebody who was like an Uma fan, you knew like they were kind of like, they weren't like, you know, like they were actually like kind of into Uma. Like they weren't just like, oh, like, you know, I know passing glance of these characters. Like, obviously, like, you know, with the franchise not, before the Global came out, it's like you really only knew on the Japanese side. So it's like, if you were into Uma, you knew you were into Uma. You weren't just like, you know, like levels of it. So in a way, like interacting with the fan base during that time was a lot more like, oh, like, you know, like interacting with all the fans, whereas now it's just like it's kind of levels where it's like, you know, because Uma's becomes more mainstream, you know, there's like a group of people who, lack of a better term, are kind of in that tourist group where it's just like they don't really know as much. They only really know through like the memes and all that stuff, and it's just like but I'm sorry, I was just, I mean, the fly is back in my house and I'm trying to get at it, but it's just flying around. But also, I will say that I generally wasn't really active in the fandom, honestly. Like, I was just more kind of like in the shadows of being like, yeah, you know, I play the game. I'm not gonna, you know, talk with other people. I didn't really have any. I didn't know anybody who also played the game, so that was kind of another nice benefit of when this game came out on the English side of things, is that it was kind of nice. Like, some of my friends were started playing, so it's kind of nice having people who actually also played the game that I knew. Unfortunately, most of those people have since stopped playing, but there are a few that still play, so it's kind of nice to be like, oh yeah, you know, and even the ones who stopped playing also were, sorry, the fly flew right on my phone, and I lost my thought. Okay, oh wait, no, yeah, the people who still play or stopped playing are still have a, like, kind of know a little bit, or like kind of keep tabs on the franchise anyway, so it's like I can still talk to them about like, yeah, hey, these new characters came out, or hey, this song came out, or whatever. So that is kind of a nice thing there, I guess. But yeah, I guess TLDR on that, it was a lot more like you knew people were fans for sure. Did I just get 2 back-to-back Mood Down events there? Buh? Okay, I love that for me. Unironically, before I knew what Uma was, I think the characters I saw a bit on Twitter was Chuval and Gentle Donna. I mean, there was still some like postings of like kind of Umas and stuff. I just feel like it definitely wasn't as prominent. I look back to, like, I think the subreddit is the best example, because that was probably the social media, the Uma social media that I was on the most. It was, I wouldn't say dead is the right word, but it was so much more quieter before the game came out on global, to the point of where it was like, you know, like most of the posts in a given day fit in like one page, whereas now obviously it's like so many different pages, and like I think like half of that is fan art too, so like I filter that out, and it's just like whenever I load the subreddit, it's literally just like, you know, it just automatically loads the next page, because I think like so many of the top posts are just all fan art, which again I blocked out because it's like that's just people karma farming. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. You know, it has its drawbacks, it has its benefits. You know, it's nice that more people are introduced to this franchise. You know, more people like who are watching as well. You know, they get to be introduced to that. So kind of nice to spread the Uma agenda, so to speak. Unfortunately, with that, it also comes with some of the bad eggs also coming into, you know, here as well. So, you know, you gotta take and give and take with all that. Do I do erase? Probably not. Unfortunately, I don't have any other good options, so I think I'll actually just do erase here. I don't. Wait, I have no races I can do other than this one. Okay, never mind. Where's Urara in a time like this? I guess we'll just go with that one. Okay. It's crazy how 2 turns ago I was at max mood and now I'm at a bad mood right now, and it's just like, man, this game really just loves to... Oh my god, okay. It really loves to throw this RNG at me sometimes. Bad RNG. You can do so much better. It's crazy seeing before and after pictures of Uma fan meetings at cons pre and post global. It is kind of amazing to see the growth of people who are at those things, because yeah, I will say that I never went to any of those kind of meetings before the game came out on global, so I can't really say like what the size was there, but I can definitely say it has definitely grown for sure. Like, I can say that the number of people who were at those kind of like cosplay meetups or any of those kind of fan meets and stuff like that were definitely kind of like very small grouping. But yeah, and then it's just like now it's just like it's exponentially grown, which is both good and bad in a sense, you know. It's, like I said, benefits and drawbacks. I think me being a Toho fan definitely helped before. With my transition to the Uma community, it's roughly the same. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I'm not too deep into Toho. I think the most involvement I really had with Toho was during college. One of my friends, or not one of my friends, but like in college, I was in a club, and one of my friends in that club was part of this group that made this like Toho like kind of like card game, and so from that I kind of got a little bit familiar with the characters, but I never played any of like the games, so I can't really say like I'm not too familiar with the whole overall franchise. But I do, I've heard of some of the characters, right? Like I know like freaking obviously I know what's her name. There's the I don't know if she's like the meme character, but not Chino. That's me, Chino. It's the ice girl, the frozen one. Is her name? Chirno, right? Chirno, that's her name. Yeah, I was gonna say it's very close to my name, but like it's not exactly. Yeah, Chirno. Yeah. But no, yeah, Reimu, Marisa. I mean, those are like the main characters. So yeah. But yeah, no, even some of like the other characters, like for whatever reason, Aya, like the photographer one, I don't know why she's one I can remember, but yeah, if you say names, I'll probably remember them because I'm like, yeah, those are characters that were in that game. So yeah, fun times. Okay, well after let's just do that. After that, finally we get Urara to Friendship Rainbow. It only took us senior year, late December. We finally did it, and I cleared 40 criticals. Hooray, we did it. But yeah, I never played a Toho game. Like I know it's the whole like the whole genre of the shoot 'em ups and all that. Never actually really played one of those, but I don't know, that could be kind of interesting. Oh my god, I only have... That's unfortunate. I have only 2 cleat hammers, but I guess we'll just work with that. Okay, well, we'll go with the cupcake, we'll go with that. Oh, I can't use that because my speed max. I was like, why can't I use this? It's like, why is this grayed out? Because my speed max, you dumbo. Okay, well... I have enough of these I can just use these during every turn, so let's just do that. And then hopefully get a good not weight training, good... See, this is what I was worried about with the whole maxing out on speed. Let me shuffle and see if I can get something better. That's slightly better, I guess. Although... I was gonna say, there's no anklets for weight training, which is something that I've always thought was kind of funny. It's like, you know, you have the anklets for all of the different, kind of types of training, except for wit, which I guess makes sense, because it's like, you know, the whole idea of the anklet training is you can increase the training games to the drawback of more energy costs, which doesn't really apply for weight training. But I just think that's kind of funny. Find it funny because one of my favorite characters in Toho is Minamitsu Murasa, and if you see her design, you'll know why. I don't remember that one. I don't think that was one of the characters that was in that card game. Let me look this up real quick. Well, let's see. Let's take a look at what this character looks like. Oh, yeah, I can yeah, I think I have a good understanding why she's your favorite. Yeah, quite a resemblance. Yeah, that's one way of putting it. Quite a resemblance indeed. Got the anchor there, you got the hats. Yeah, that's checks out. I can see a type there. I can see you have a type. Alright. It's funny. That is funny because, like, if I think about some of my favorite characters from, like, all the different franchises that I've kind of been involved in. So like stuff like, I guess way back, like Love Life, Bandori, and then like with anime stuff too, it's like maybe like I guess Origairu used to be my favorite anime, and Yui was my favorite character from that. If I look at my favorite characters from all those types of things, they don't really share that much similarities. Like, yeah, there's Yui. For Love Live, I would have to say maybe Nico's my favorite character of the original one. Aqua, it's definitely Yohane. If I had to say Love Live overall, probably Yohane is probably my favorite character. And then... Go away, go... Oh, why does this fly love my microphone so much? Why does it just always land there? Okay. But yeah, otherwise they don't really show any similarities, which is kind of funny. Funny enough, although it's a cancel game, Munasa and Shuval share the same VA. Oh, okay. That's yet another similarity. That's kind of funny. Although I say that, and I'm just thinking now because it's like they don't share similarities, but they do. I guess in terms of personality, they do share a little bit of similarities. All of them either they kind of fall, and this is what I talked about before with favorite characters, is like usually favorite characters kind of fall within two kind of archetypes. It's either kind of the cheerful characters like an Ines Fujin, Yui Kahama from Origairu, I guess that sense, or it's kind of the more reserved, shyer characters like Rin from Yuru Camp or Ron from Bandori, and I guess also to that extent like a what's her face, like Dansu's not really. Dansu kind of falls more in the cheerful category rather than the reserved category. If we're talking reserved category, I think that's more maybe Nature, but Nature is more kind of realistic characters, so yeah, but I think it's personality really that kind of is more aligned to what I kind of am drawn to at the end of the day. I think character design is kind of more of a coincidence, although character design also is kind of a thing sometimes, because it's like, honestly, one of the reasons why Ines is one of my favorite characters is because of her hat, as stupid as that is to say. I don't know, I just like her character design. It's that, it's her name actually, as stupid as that is. I like the name Ines Fujin. I don't know, it just rolls off the tongue really well for me, and I really like it, so that was another big reason. If she was named like, I don't know, Mary Jane or whatever, I don't know if I really like her as much. I only say that as a reference to, I have to watch this one because this is the Sprint version. Or Mile version? Sprint? Mile? One of those two? I don't know. Is this Sprint or Mile? Let's find out. I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, what I was about to say was the reason why I referred Mary Jane was because there's that documentary about Haru Urara that's talking about how originally she was named Mary Jane. It's just like, imagine how if she was named that, and if that would have made her as popular as she is now, both in Uma's. Hey, speaking of which, there's Ines Fujin. In both Uma and real life popularity. Well, if this is the case, it looks like it's probably Mile then, because I don't think Ines has any aptitude for short sprint. I guess we'll see. I think personality-wise, Marisa and Kita-san are probably Marisa and Kita-san are pretty similar, and both of them are my favorite character. Yeah, I mean, that checks out, right? So like, you're kind of drawn to certain personalities, so it makes sense that that would kind of lead to kind of similarities between franchises and stuff. Anyway, let's just... Alright, there we go. Was it it was a Mile. Okay, Mile confirmed. Well, that's kind of unfortunate. I have to do another one for Sprint, and then another one for Long, and then another one for Dirt. Gotta get all those trophies, you know, at the end of the day. How did Ines do? Oh man, only 8th place? That's unfortunate. Oh well. Okay. Well, that's not too bad, but that's also not great. Okay, well, whatever. Let me just get these going. And then honestly, I know this is only my second run, but it's been 3 hours. And I don't know if I want to go too long today, so this might be the last one. yeah, that was TrackBLAZER. I don't know if I'm ever gonna do another stream of this, to be quite honest. So I guess expect a lot more of the Uma streams to be the Japanese version, as it usually is, honestly. But like, I figure, you know, new scenario, new scenario, new anniversary, all that stuff. Might as well go for this. But yeah, moving forward, I don't really know how much I'm gonna be playing the English version, so we'll just we'll play it by ear, I guess. Crazy because I read the old Urara manga, and Starting Gate and Uma had definitely different audience before versus now. No, for sure. It's kind of crazy seeing the early prototypes of characters, because it's very different compared to, like, even some of the personalities are very different. Like, for example, I think Manhattan Cafe is a good example. You see her her appearance in the kind of the mainline series, and you look at how kind of a lot more cheerful she is, how she's not very kind of like the whole kind of current character that she is, of being like kind of haunted by her friend or whatever. Like, one of the things about her character was that she was supposed to be like an actor, or an actress, I guess, which I thought was always kind of funny, because it's like I can't see that with the current cafe. But there's a little bit of prototyping before they kind of finalize on a direction, and you can definitely see that with some of the early stuff, especially the Urara manga. The Urara manga portrays Urara as a lot more of a brat than she is with her Uma version currently, which apparently was supposed to be kind of a bit more aligned with her real life horse, but it's kind of weird seeing that completely different personality compared to what she is currently in the game and the anime too. So, but yeah, no, that's interesting. Okay, let me do one last of these. What do I still have to do left? I still have to do... Oh my god, I have to do 12 career playthroughs and teen trials. Oh wait, oh yeah, there's these too. Oh man, I forgot they have the locked missions. That's a new thing. All right, well that kind of makes me want to just wait a little bit until those are unlocked, so I don't have to go back and do that ahead of time. Kind of like Starting Gate though. I like the slice of life, but the racing was almost non-existent. Yeah, like that kind of the thing there with like it being kind of a different direction of how the franchise went, right? Because it felt like it was a lot more kind of focused a lot more on the, I guess, moe aspects, right? The slice of life, the kind of those kind of the final lives too. It kind of feels like, not that those are an afterthought, but it does feel like it's not as emphasized as what the kind of the earlier stuff before. So it's kind of interesting seeing the kind of the shift there. Oops, didn't mean to press that. I meant to press this one. This one. And see if I can't stay in class 6, but that's probably not gonna happen. I'll just do one last of these. Also, they weren't afraid to hide the Yuri. You know, you say that, but you look at some of the story events from this current scenario. There's some pretty good shipping opportunities there. They definitely don't hide some of that in this game, even now. But no, I see what you're getting at with that. Okay. I think I'm good there. Yeah, I think we're good. We'll call it a day. I know this is kind of a shorter one, but I think we'll save our energy for tomorrow, which we'll see what we do there, but I think we're good there. So yeah, thanks all for tuning in to this trip down memory lane, at least for me. Not necessarily the best one compared to yesterday. Yesterday's was a lot more joyful, to say the least. But we'll get back to that next Friday at least. As for tomorrow, I have a game in mind. I don't know, we'll see. It's gonna be a little bit more different, but I'll make the post as per usual on the socials. See you next time, and damn, Japan might lose. Oh yeah, how is that game going, by the way? if they're still losing by now. That is, oh yeah, bottom of the 8th. Japan, or Venezuela is winning 8-5 right now. Wow. Yeah, that is pretty crazy. Well, we'll see how that goes. But until then, this has been Shino Penguin. Thanks all so much for watching. Hope to see you again in the next stream tomorrow. And until then, have a good rest of your night or whatever day or time it may be. And see you next time. Someday I'll have an outro, like an actual good outro. Today's not that day. But anyway, see y'all later.